Geauga Local Access Cable GTV presents Chardon Hilltopper Football. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to beautiful Chardon High School. Chardon Memorial Field as the Chardon Hilltoppers are set to take on the Benedictine Bengals. I'm Craig Dees, joined as always by my partner John Walsh. Glad you could be with us tonight on a game that has a lot of playoff implications. But first things first, you can't really see it as you look into your TV screen, but it has been raining sideways here for 3 or 4 hours, and they're starting to round up the animals 2 by 2 behind the stands, John. But we've got a football game to play tonight, and field condition-wise, it seems to be pretty good.
Yeah, that's this artificial surface. It takes 7 inches an hour and just drains it right away, so the field's going to be playable. And like you said, there are tremendous playoff hopes for both these squads tonight. Both could use it. They're sitting comfortably in the middle of the pack for the top 8 spots in their respective region. But tonight, it's a big point game for each one of them because, like I said, both of them are ranked. Both of them have points to be gained, and it's almost a playoff field out here for this game.
It really is. If the weather would cooperate a little bit more, it would be a little bit better. But tonight, down on the field prior to the ball game, they're going to be introducing some of the new Hall of Fame inductees here at Chardon High School. And without further ado, let's go down to the field now and meet the Hall of Famers.
Welcome you to Chardon Memorial Field. I'm Bob Indy, and I have the honor of introducing the members of the 2001 Chardon High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Your attention is directed to the 50-yard line. Here stand the individuals that have distinguished themselves on the field, courts, and in our community. First, we're introducing Grace Switzer. Grace graduated in 1951 and was a true pioneer in women's sports. She lettered in high school basketball, the only such sport open to women at that time. This was just the beginning, however. After graduation, she became the United States indoor half-mile champion and held the U.S. record for the half-mile from 1958 to 1960. Today, Grace still competes track at the master's level. She was also instrumental in starting the girls' cross-country program here at Chardon. Grace is also well known as a poet and a professor of English at Kent State University. And inductee of the Chardon Alumni Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we honor Grace Butcher. Our next inductee, introducing Nancy McCorney. Nancy was a three-sport all-athlete in basketball, cross-country, and track at Chardon. She was a member of the two-time state championship cross-country team in 1978 and 1979. In basketball, she was the first person to score over 1,000 points in basketball at Chardon and was voted Tri-County Player of the Year during the 1979-1980 basketball season. Nancy was a top scholar, serving as National Honor Society President and valedictorian of her class. She became an All-American at Slippery Rock University, letterman in track and field, and earned all Eastern honors as well. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we honor Nancy McCorney. Introducing our final inductee, John Grantham. John played football, basketball, and baseball during his career at Chardon. He earned 7 varsity letters as he graduated in 1949. John was a walk-on at Ohio State in football during the Woody Hayes era. He has served on the chain crew during the past 4 years and played in the first game on the original Chardon Memorial Field. He has been instrumental in forming the Chardon County Touchdown Club and served as past president of the Chardon Athletic Boosters. A member of the Chardon High School Alumni Hall of Fame, tonight we honor John J. Grantham. Thank you.
Run for cover.
Called him to tell him that Morgani had hired me, which went over like a lead balloon, of course. I haven't talked to him since.
Yeah.
No, just leave that there, and then it'll come back for it by itself.
All right, well, there you have it. There's the Hall of Famers. We're just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. When we return, we'll have the starting lineups, and we'll have tonight's opening kick. We'll do that next. You're watching Chardon Hilltopper football on GTV. Welcome back to Chardon Memorial Field. We're going to take you back down to the field for a little bit of pregame activities here as the parents of the band are en masse taking the field, and we'll take it up to the PA announcer right now and see what's going on down there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of our national anthem and the Chardon High
4, right?
Football. This is Roger Horvath, the voice of the Hilltoppers, extending a dry welcome to all of you this evening. And Hilltopper fans, join with me now in welcoming our guests who are with us this evening, the Bengals from Benedictine High School. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the starting defensive team for the Chardon Hilltoppers. Defensive end, number 1, Tim Coy. Defensive end, number 3, Corey Bells. Number 5, defensive end.
Well, we're back to a soggy Memorial Field here at Chardon High School. The rain continues to fall just as heavy as it's fallen for about the last 3 hours or so, John. And while we've got an opportunity, we should tell you that the Benedictine Bengals, or actually Chardon won the toss, they deferred, so the Bengals will get the ball first. So let's give you their offensive starting lineup while we've got an opportunity. The tight end is Tariq Good, James Kelly, Mike Mastrobertle, Tom Zagorski, Matt Wilson, and Fred Blackman up front. Wilson, number 75, is a big one. 5'11", 281. He plays the right guard, and Zagorski, the center, goes 275. The wideouts, Calvin Kelly, he's a 5'11", 155-pound senior, and Aaron Scales, a 6'1", 189-pound senior. Those are the two wideouts. Marcus Slayton and Demetrius Watkins start in the backfield. Marcus Slayton, 5'10", 189 pounds. He's a senior. He's carried the ball for 638 yards, including 8 touchdowns. But one of the guys you really have to watch for is his backup, John, and that's the sophomore, Ray Williams. He comes in about 5'10", but about 20 pounds lighter than Williams. But a lot of people think that he may be a better runner than Marcus Slayton.
Yeah, well, the thing is, one thing you can count on, the tailback position will get it. They've averaged over 26 carries a game coming out of that between Slayton and Williams. So, you know they're going to get the ball. The thing is, you got to watch for his Tyus in his passing, because he's averaging better than 23 yards on his reception. So if you start keying a little bit too much on the tailback position, they're just going to come right back at you and put the ball up in the air and burn you that way. So you can key somewhat, but you also got to be a little cognizant that they're not strictly one-dimensional.
For the Chardon Hilltoppers, here's who we expect to start on defense. Brian Landes, Joe Fisher, Nate Holy, and Matt Agnich. The linebackers, Dan Painter, Kevin Neal, and John Housen. Those are three good ones. And then the defensive backs, Pat McCauley and Tim Coy. Safeties, Vern Haywood, and we'll also see Corey Battles back there as well. So that will be the starting lineup for the Chardon Hilltoppers. And you can see the rain just coming down.
Yeah, and it's been just constant.
And as my father used to say, what's it supposed to do, go up? But it's not going up tonight. We wish it would. But this field, as John said, drains very well. So we anticipate, you know, they can actually wear cleats on this synthetic surface as opposed to just tennis shoes. So they should still be able to get some good traction tonight as well.
It may be a hair on the slick side, just like wet grass would be, you know, because you do have basically plastic material. When it gets wet, it gets a little bit slick. But for the most part, we're going to be a lot better than a lot of other high school games in this area tonight.
And we're a lot better than a lot of other people in the stands tonight, as we are under roof here at Chardon High School in our little tent in the middle of the stands.
Which is getting rather crowded here. It's also the media tent.
It is a $6 cover tonight here at the $6 cover for the GTV tent tonight, fellas, just so you know. But set to kick off for the Chardon Hilltoppers is Josh Long. And going back deep for Benedictine, we have Ray Williams and Marcus Slayton. Again, those are the two tailbacks that you will see into this ball game. The officials set to get things underway.
Hey, you might as well put your ace runners back to receive, because they're supposedly loaded with speed, and they definitely know how to carry the ball.
Slayton and Williams stand at their 20. So they're not expecting a long kick by Long, and actually what they're doing right now is they're trying to find the football.
That's a good one, very good.
Maybe try to find a dry one. They're pointing up here at the booth. They must be storing the footballs up in the booth. Now, referee's holding one at the moment.
Well, we've got the clock is all set and ready to go. Glad you could join us again on GTV's presentation of Chardon Hilltopper football. Craig Dees along with John Walsh, our usual cast of thousands, bringing you the ball game. Actually, considering the weather is just miserable, there's not a bad crowd on hand tonight. A lot of hardy fans have joined us this evening. I think they're having some headset problems with the coaches.
Yeah, that must be what it is. Everybody's turning around and looking up at the booth.
And right out of the gate, this is a veteran crew down below. Seeing these guys around, so hopefully we'll have a well-officiated ball game this evening.
And probably minimal penalties too, because it's wet for them as well. It's somehow you're just a little hesitant to prolong it.
Yeah, you don't want to throw too many flags on a night like tonight. Just like it's if you're gonna speed down the road, tonight's the kind of night to do it, because the police don't want to pull you over because they don't want to get out of the car either.
Though that's not a safety tip from commentator Dees here tonight. All you sports fans watching.
Art Bortnick on the other side, talking to one of the Chardon coaches who came all the way across.
Well, he's used to seeing Chardon football because he was head coach up in Madison for many years.
Former Benedictine graduate Art Bortnick has taken over here after for last 2 years.
Whatever was wrong, it's corrected. We're ready to get going here. Or are we? They're shifting, Chardon shifting around. Benedictine just kind of stayed in their alignment the whole time. Chardon was moving around, talking a little bit, doing this and that.
No, folks, you're just waiting like us. This is my first ball game here at Chardon, John. This complex is something special, and once they get the stands built on the far side, this will be quite a jewel. It's already an outstanding facility in its own right now.
Well, we apologize for the wet conditions here for your first viewing, Craig.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll try to make the next one a little more accommodating for you.
And we noticed the wind shift.
Yeah, that's not good. Shifting the wrong way for us.
We still have issues on the field.
Yeah. And
this lasts another couple of seconds. We're going to stop things and come back when the game actually begins. Bill Sopchak is the referee. He waves over to one of the coaches on the Chardon side.
And we're teeing it up. We may have a ball game here tonight.
Go. So Josh Long, senior kicker for the Chardon Hilltoppers, is set to get going. Finally.
I'm just kind of wondering about the Benedictine players just standing there. They're might not be a little frozen in position at the moment. Well, we'll see what kind of action they can get going.
Williams and Slayton are back. And we're underway. Short kick headed in the direction of Slayton. And Slayton will come across the 30-yard line. And that is where the Benedictine Bengals will take over. First down and 10 on the 30.
Yeah, right about at the 30 mark. I think that's where the referee's spotting it at the moment.
Have you seen any games here, not with maybe this kind of wetness, but just wet in general, John? How is the footing normally on this field?
Not bad. Like I said, it's a little slicker than when it's not raining, but you know, the way the field soaks it up, if it ever quits, it goes right back to normal, good footing. But basically, you got plastic down there that gets wet, so that's going to get a little more slicker.
Watkins is the up back, Slayton the deep back. They hand the ball to Slayton, goes the right side, breaks a tackle, gets across the 30 to the 34-yard line before he is covered there. Pat McCauley came in to put the finishing touches on him. Anthony Tyus is the quarterback of the Bengals. He's a 5'9", 162-pound senior. He is 33 out of 63 for 754 yards and 7 touchdowns, so he's got the potential to wing the ball down the field.
And hit the big play, too. Like I said, it's 23 yards per pass is what he's averaging on this season.
2 wideouts to the near side. Scales is into the ball game. And Slayton again goes to the right side, and he will come across the 35-yard line to near just about the 35.5-yard line. Not a whole lot of wind to speak of right now as we look up into the light towers. The rain appears to be coming straight down.
Yeah, thing is, it's not surprising. So far, we get the little fire plug fullback, 5'8", 227. You know, that's Demetrius Watkins. He's just basically a guard that plays in the backfield for the tailback.
They run the option, and Tyus needed to get to the stripe at the 40 and didn't get there.
No, fell just a hair short there.
He was covered on the play by Chris Pishek.
Yeah, we see Peshek gets up there and just holds him just short of that stripe. As we get the replay coming here, you see he's driving ahead for it. Just kind of gets the shoulder pad in there and keeps him from crossing that stripe. So it's 4th down, and maybe 2 feet is about the length of it. And Benedictine's going to be punting here since they're on their side of the field, playing a little conservative up front.
Sam Coyle into punt. Back deep for Chardon. And that's taken
Henderson,
by Henderson.
No, I'm sorry, that's
Ben Robinson. Ben Robinson will bring it across the 35 to the 37-yard line. So good field position for the Chardon Hilltoppers. Up front, Matt Marshall, the tight end, Matt Arnold, Chris Pishek, Matt McCummins, Josh Wozatowski, and Nick Schuschler. Up front, Vern Haywood and Pat McCauley are the wideouts. Eric Clary and who else is coming into the ball game there? See who else they're going to start. It may be Kevin Neal back there behind Ben Kever and the 6'2", 190-pound senior.
Yeah, they rotate back, so it's hard to say play to play. That changes who the backs are. It's Neal at
Neal
fullback.
will start it. So they run that familiar wing T. John Housen is one wing, and Vern Haywood the other. Straight up the middle they go. It's Neal across the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Good gain out there.
I get the feeling we're going to see a little bit of this tonight, don't you, John? Keep it on the ground.
Oh, without a doubt, and probably a lot of straight ahead initially, too. Just kind of match up and see how the power shakes. We got Jason Koyman back there at the left guard position. He's coming back from a back injury. He started last week for the first time, and he's back here, and it's good to see him back, too. It's his senior year, and you know, he missed the first 5 games and wondering if his whole senior season was gone, but it wasn't. He's back playing.
Housen goes along the right side. First down and more as he is near midfield, about a yard shy all the way up to the Chardon 49. That's a first down and 10.
Easily a first down. As you can see, they open up a nice little lane on the right side there, and Housen just barrels through and fights for the last 3-4 yards himself. It's a good block there. First guy touches him right there, lowers his shoulders down, and just drives forward for the additional yardage.
Good seal block by Matt Marsher. First down and 10, ball on the 49-yard line. They go to Neal. Neal tries to hurdle his way and picks up a quick 6 yards down to the Benedictine 45-yard line. Clock continues to run. 9 minutes and 9 seconds to go here. Opening quarter from a wet Memorial Stadium in Chardon.
Yeah, you can see as Neal gets the ball here. tucks it away, tries a hurl over, but he gets submarine. I'll tell you, this Benedictine front, they got some beef up there, but they really aren't that tall a team. Most of their kids are around between 5'10" and 6'1". They're kind of out of storybooks, but they do have some beefy kids.
2nd down and 4. Ball on the 46-yard line. They hand the ball to Neal, and he barrels his way forward. The ball came loose, but after he was down, he'll pick up another 2 or so. So 3rd down and short coming up for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, I think this is just an early conservative thing. You kind of pound up the middle, get them sealed in a little bit, which you can see Benedictine starting to close in a little bit, get more guys inside the tackle positions. Now it's opened up where you can spray it outside, maybe a fake and a keeper by the quarterback to the outside. We'll have to see what they do on this 3rd down, or maybe they're just going to try to see where power lies and force it ahead for that 3 yards.
3rd down and a short 3. It's Neal again. Needed to get to the 41, and forward progress looks like he may have it, actually.
Where they spotted it. That's going to be, that may be measurement territory.
It's going to be close.
That's real close.
Says, let's bring in the chains. Or will he's looking down the line.
Unless he's got a better angle than we got. No, they're going to call for the change. Yeah, because it looks like it could go either way. What's your guess here?
I think it's a 1st down. I think he needed to be, I think he's got it by about the length of the football, but we'll see. The clock is stopped now, 7:49 to go here in the 1st quarter. The chain gang comes out. Natalie attired this evening. We'll stretch out the chains.
He's short by a hair.
Short by the nose of the football. So that'll bring up a 4th down and inches.
I say they're going to go for it.
Oh, yeah.
They're at the 40-yard line there of the Bengals. That's much better field position than the Bengals were on about that same spot. That's a more punt situation. But once you cross that mid-stripe, that like changes it. You get a little more gutsy and willing to take the chance. And they didn't change personnel at all, so we are going for it.
Kevin sprinted in from the sideline. They'll wind up the clock now. And Chardon comes sprinting out to the line of scrimmage. That's Neal as a single setback. Housen is one wing, and McCauley the other. They'll check that. Eric Clary's the other. Neal, 1st down, then some. All the way down to the 36-yard line. That's the 1st down.
Yeah, I was just straight ahead blocking, and Neal put his head down, followed it, and got about 5 where he only needed inches. So this is a good opening drive here for Chardon. So he just lowers the head and just drives forward there through that little lane that was opened up for him.
So it is a 1st down and 10 for the Toppers. Ball at the 36. They hand the ball to Clary, and Clary goes around the corner and might have got to the 35-yard line. He'll get about a yard.
Yeah, that's about it, because they just strung that out nicely, and he had a wall waiting for him there.
Clary back to his home 35. On the road, he's been wearing 29.
Yeah, that's in whites. He's 29, and blacks,
the shirt just
he's
fits
35.
better. The shirt just fits better.
It's all about your tailor, isn't it?
That's right.
It always is.
Can never make the same 2 suits that fit exactly the same. 2nd down and 9. Colin Henderson is into the backfield. He gets the football. He bounces off a tackler or 2 and will pick up a couple of tough yards straight up the middle.
Well, we'll see what Chardon does here. This is the first time they've met a 3rd and long situation, so we'll see what's in the playbook here.
Matt Wilson and Keith Brown, and Matt Wilson was on the tackle, but him and Keith Brown are quite formidable up on that defensive line.
Yeah, they just sealed that up and then just swarmed, as you see all kinds of white shirts on them there.
So it is a 3rd down and 8. Toppers trying to keep the drive going. Again, it's Neal in the backfield. Play action. Kevern going to step up now. He's going to keep it and gets dragged down from behind by Matt Wilson. Boy, you saw the speed of that big fella. 5'11", 281 pounds.
That was excellent coverage. He came out of nowhere and actually ran down Kevern a little bit from the side. He had just a slight angle on him, but that's a lot of bulk to be moving with that much quickness there. did a good job because it was open up. Kevin, I'm sure, saw tons of daylight in front of him, but all of a sudden the big guy came from behind and said, there isn't.
So there's no gain on the play, if at all, maybe a half a yard. 4th down and 8 now.
I think they're going to the air this time.
Kevin with a hard count, had movement, but nobody offsides, and Hausen gets the carry, leaps to the 30, but that will be about 4 yards shy of the 1st down, and that will give the football back to the Benedictine Bengals at the 29 or 30 yard line, 1st down and 10. 5 minutes, 5 seconds to go, 1st quarter. Glad you could join us on GTV's presentation of Chardon Hilltopper football.
Well, Toppers made a good showing there. Good defensive stand in the initial one, and then came back and were moving the ball very well till all of a sudden they started sputtering. They're going to have to open up their playbook a little wider, and they've kind of, like I said, just bunched and battered at the middle. That's found out that the Bengals have sealed that up. They're going to have to open up, try other things. Now we'll see what the Bengals are going to do with their package.
Watkins is single setback, Tyus to throw. Tyus rolls out, slips, and goes down back at the 26-yard line. In hot pursuit was Joe Fisher. Anthony Tyus has been described to me this week, John, as he's not pretty, but he gets the job done kind of quarterback, and that's what you need to win ball games. You need guys that are going to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
Well, he seems to get the job done. He's got a few yards on the ground, but mainly it's through his air. They're back to the full eye position here.
2nd and 13. Not a whole lot going on there. Williams is into the ball game. He's on the carry. Kevin Neal, among others, on the tackle.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen Williams in there. Thus far, it's been Slayton coming from the tail position. This series belongs to Williams. He tries his hand at it.
Dan Painter was the first on the scene, and Brian Landy's also helping out. 3rd down and 13. They tell us it's 41 degrees right now, so the temperature has plummeted about 20 degrees since this afternoon.
Boy, it was gorgeous this afternoon, too. Little reverse.
They run the reverse, and here comes Calvin Kelly, the wideout. And Kelly's going to go out of bounds, but he will be shy of the 1st down as he pushes it up just across the stripe at the 35-yard line, and another punting situation for the Benedictine Bengals.
Yeah, but at least they got a little, because they were 3rd down and about 11, 12-yard line. Here, they sucked them into the middle a little bit. It was just flat out. Chardon outran him to the sideline. As you see, Ben Robinson got the proper angle and was able to just pull him down before he could get to that 1st yard marker.
Sam Coyle to kick. Back deep for Chardon. Vern Haywood is in the middle. He is flanked by Pat McCauley. And it also looks like Ben Robinson. And it will be taken by Vern Haywood. And Hayward got to the 35-yard line before he is brought down. Nice play there for Benedictine. Mike Mastrobertel was there.
And Keith Brown came up and kind of stuffed it a little bit too. Didn't allow much running room on that one. Nice coverage by Benedictine.
So the Hilltoppers will get the football back with 2:52 to go here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, I think we're going to see the offense open up a little bit here. It's like I said, Benedictine's starting to seal the insides a little bit. They may go back, and they got Painter in at the fullback position now. They might go back to him for a carry just to show the inside game.
And Painter does, and leaps across the 45, knee down at about the 47 or 48-yard line, and that's good enough for a Chardon 1st down. So Dan Painter, who averages almost 5 yards a carry.
If he hadn't got tripped up, he was run man from racing with the safety all the way to the end zone there. Just got enough of his ankles to take his feet out from underneath him, or Painter would have been off to the races.
Painter, that was his 59th carry of the year. He's got 265 yards coming in, 4.5 yards a carry, including 3 touchdowns. Painter again, that time stood up at the line of scrimmage and just bear hugged. I think Fred Blackman was the man on the case there.
Yeah, that time he just fell forward for about a 1.5 yard gain or so. But like you said, he was at the line of scrimmage waiting for him. Painter just used his momentum and power and just drove ahead, for his body length to get a little gain out of it.
Clock continues to run, 2:13 to go here in the first quarter. McCauley comes to the near side. Housen is a wing on the far side. Now they split Painter in the backfield along with Colin Henderson as Housen comes in motion. They run the option. Kevern going to keep it. Stays with it. Gets into Bengal territory down to the 47-yard line. So that'll leave him about 4 yards shy of a first down.
What's this jersey coming off the field here? 67. It's like stuck on top.
Yeah,
they're masking another number of some sort.
Oh, who that is?
I don't know.
Kind of hoping he'd take that jersey off. So
there's no 67 in the play. It's an extra one that he kind of ripped as a toga almost.
3rd down and 5. Minute 22 to go in the ball game, or excuse me, in the first quarter. Oh, wishful thinking, I think, the way the weather is. Kevern off his back foot, fires, passes, almost intercepted.
Yeah, you can see that was thrown just a little bit late. As he was crossing over, I could see Vern Hayward waving for the ball, and Kevern didn't deliver it in time. He was open for a little bit. Now, we won't be able to pick up him in the picture here, but he was open a little earlier. Ball was just delivered a little late when the defenders collapsed on him.
And that was Calvin Kelly, the wideout, who tried to make that play. Clock is stopped, minute 12 to go. Punt situation. That means Eric Clary, who averages 33.8 yards per punt, will let her rip. It's a wobbly kick headed in the direction of Kelly, and it will roll down and into the end zone. So the Bengals will get the football at the 20.
Came real well. No, I think he did spot it on about the 1.
I don't know how
I think he called it down and on the 1.
No,
the referee's got it spotted there.
Illegal motion is the call against Chardon, so if that did go into the end, if it didn't go into the end zone, they're surely going to kick it again.
Oh yeah, they're not going to take it on the 1. But the referee's still standing on his spot there.
Well, they're discussing it right in the middle of the field.
Yep, they're calling for a re-kick.
Yep, sure, why not make them handle the ball again on those long snaps and maybe get lucky.
Yeah. Well, plus, if they decline, it goes on the 1, I believe.
I don't see how that could be. You know, it didn't.
It rolled in. I don't know.
They slid and pushed it into the end zone. But at any rate, that'll make it a 4th down and 9, which is kind of a moot point. But that'll send Clary now back to his 35-yard line.
He sure is shooting for the same spot on the field.
Kelly and Williams are back deep. They stand at their 15. There's a high snap. Clary gets it off. That's a better kick. Headed in the direction of Kelly, and he will take this one and will be surrounded. Breaks away from one tackler, and down he goes at about the 20-yard line.
Boy, he did a nice little pirouette there, you know, to get away from that first defender coming down on him.
Here we go.
There you see our score here in the first quarter on GTV. It's Benedictine nothing, Chardon nothing, with 50 seconds to go here in the opening quarter.
And we're going to be bringing the ball down to the other end of the field here in just 50 seconds.
They run the single setback.
And trips left.
Demetrius Watkins, Anthony Tyus under center, and Tyus to throw. Swings it out, and the pass is a lateral, and it will be picked up.
What do they call that, a pass? Or?
Nope, they didn't blow it dead. That was a lateral, but the ball went out of bounds before Chardon covered the ball. So I think it was Marcus Slayton who was the intended receiver.
Yeah, that was a dangerous little play to call down here, you know?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you can see the direction of that going backwards.
Who gets the carry?
Okay. So a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, about came out at the original line of scrimmage.
I formation. Tyus pitches it back. And that is Slayton, or check that. That is Ray Williams. And Williams around the corner. And he will be close to a first down, maybe about a yard shy.
I'll tell you, Williams got pretty quick feet. Do you see that dancing around there? He had some real quick-looking feet, and you can see the defenders didn't want to set and make the hit on him. You look at watch the feet and the movement on him. You can see him giving little stutter steps. moving around. He's a good-looking runner.
Got an excellent block there, too, from the fullback, Demetrius Watkins. Clock continues through, oh, actually the clock is stopped with 26 seconds to go. They split Scales to the near side and Calvin Kelly to the far side. They keep Williams in the backfield as the deep back and Demetrius Watkins as the up back. They bring in a brand new football, wipe it down. Third down and a yard. They hand it. Williams into the defensive backfield and the foot race is on. Ray
like
Williams,
win it.
one man to beat, that's McCauley. Won't do it to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. That will be a 72-yard run. 73 is the official call. 73-yard touchdown run.
Just that quick. That's their reputation was for the big play, and that's exactly what they hit there. They just keep feeding it to that tailback, and eventually one of them is going to open up. As you can see here, hand to Williams, little lane opens up for him. He dances through it, and then it's just pure speed from that point as he outruns. Whoa, where's that blue jersey from?
So the point after attempt by Sam Coyle, who has hit 19 extra points this season, and that one is up, and that one is true. So with 10 seconds to go here in quarter number 1, a 73-yard touchdown run by Ray Williams has the Bengals up on top by a score of 7-0.
Just real quick and explosive.
Well, we've got an opportunity. We'll tell you that tonight's cable cast is funded by your cable subscriber franchise fees. We'd like to again extend thanks to all the GTV funding communities, including those not funding tonight's contest, for their year-round support. They are Burton Township, Burton Village, Chardon Township, Chardon Village, Hamden Township, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township. We're thrilled to be able to continue to bring you local public service programming with a special emphasis on those communities. Thanks again for supporting GTV, and thanks to our viewers for their support. The response has been absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much. Well, Chardon is hoping that their response to that score is absolutely wonderful, because they find themselves down 7-0 after playing pretty darn good on defense for the entire first quarter, John.
Very much, but that's the nature of Benedictine, though. They hit you with a long pass or they hit you with a long run. They're not a driving team. Most of their scores have come on long, long runs. Now it's up to the Hilltoppers to take it and just get right back to what they do best, which is drive the ball.
Sam Coyle into kickoff. Lets it boot and hits a beauty right down the middle. And they drop the football at the 4-yard line. Vern Haywood picks it up nice across the 20, 25. He's got some room. 35. Got a couple men to beat at the 40. Turns the corner, 45, and out of bounds at midfield. How about that one?
That's exactly what they needed to get right back into it. Great special teams blocking out there. You had the wedge formed. He got behind it. They kind of sealed the guy on the outside. He wound around the blocks that he got and took off and got a good return. That's something that could pump that offense right up.
How many times did you see that, too? When a guy fumbles the ball, it's almost like the coverage gets down the field too much and they get behind the wall.
As you can see there, it misses a tackle. Good block right there by number 68, Kyle Walsh, as he kicks a man to the inside. And Hayward just winds around, takes what he can get out of that, gets a good return.
That 73-yard touchdown run for Ray Williams was the 10th time that Benedictine has scored from outside of 40 yards this season. So as you said, big play team. The end of the first quarter has come. So the score is the Bengals 7, Chardon nothing, but Chardon with great field position to get this thing started here in the second quarter. We should tell you that high school sports is just part of our programming lineup this fall. Sports coverage continues all fall long as we cover Berkshire Cardinal, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, and Chardon. Their sports include volleyball, soccer, and more, and a lot more football. So check GTV regularly for replay dates and times. Candidates nights and school fall programs are also on the horizon. All this in addition to the community bulletin board service, which is provided 24 hours a day on GTV. Beginning of quarter number 2. The ball at the Benedictine 49-yard line. Kevin Neal is the single setback now. Clary is one wing, Housen is the other. Marsher is tight at right end.
Yeah,
Flags fly. We got movement.
Somebody moved a little bit early on Chardon. You could see on the right side there was just a hair of movement. Yeah, that's a shame, because after that return like that, you know, you want to just make everything positive.
Legal procedure is the call against the Chardon Hilltoppers. Brian Landis was into the game. He will go marching off, and we'll send McCauley to the far side. So Kevern comes under center. Ben on the season 44, or check that, 20 of 42 through the air for 316 yards and a touchdown. 48% passer. Not a whole lot doing up the middle, maybe a yard or two. Ran into Matt Wilson. He is there, and also coming up off the bottom of the pile there is big old number 66, Fred Blackman. Give him a gain of maybe a yard, maybe two. Second down and a long 13.
Yeah, they're going to have to open it up a little bit here. So like I said, the 14 really isn't that bad out there, because if you notice, Craig, you haven't seen that much in the way of slipping or nothing.
Right.
They're making fairly sharp, well, like on Williams' touchdown run, he made a couple of little cuts and stuff, and there was no slipping of his feet whatsoever.
Now, it's nice to take a worse cleats on this. That really
Yes.
helps out. Second and 13. Housen breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, does get back to the line of scrimmage before he is covered.
Yeah, he did a good job getting up that far, because that could have ended up being a 3 or 4 yard loss.
Marcus Slayton on the tackle.
That brings up, what, a third and about 14, 15 yards?
Actually, where they spot it, looks like he may have lost a yard. You're right, John. Third down and 14. Clock is running, 10:46 to go, first half. Chardon trailing the Bengals of Benedictine by a score of 7-0.
I think we're going to see the ball put in the air here, though. You almost have to.
McCauley to the near side. Housen and Clary again are the wings, and Neal is the single setback. And a quarterback keeper right up the middle goes Kevern, and he dives forward, but the knee came down right at the 40-yard line. So you're in that 20 territory again. We're a yard shy of the first down.
Well, they're going to go for it. I mean, this is essentially what we had on the other side of the field. 4th and about 1.
Watch this quarterback draw.
Yeah, he just kind of follows Neal up, fakes to Neal, follows one hole over to the left. Yeah, that knee did hit. There's no question about it. He ended up a good 2 yards past the stake, but it's where the knee touches that counts.
As I said, this Bill Sopchak crew is a veteran one, and those are the kind of calls that they'll make, which are generally right. 4th down and a yard. Kevern takes the snap, hands the ball to Neal, puts his head down, barrels his way to the 35-yard line, and that's a Chardon first down.
That's 2 nice first down runs by Neal there. That's exactly, when you got that third or 4th and short, and you need that 1 yard, you just lower that head and shoulders and just drive. If there's a hole there, terrific, you fall through it. If there's not, you make it. And that's exactly what Kevin Neal did. Good hard running by Neal.
And we got a timeout on the Benedictine side of things. They're trying to figure out a way to stop this Chardon offense. And please remember that nonprofit organizations from our funding communities can send us their announcements of interest at GTV, Post Office Box 336, Chardon, Ohio, or they can fax us at 285-9897, or they can email us at geaugatv@compuserve.com. So if you've got any announcements that you would like us to make on the channel, please forward it along. There you can really see a good look at the inclement weather that we are experiencing. The Chardon Hilltopper cheerleaders there have their, I don't know if those are Hilltopper ponchos or not, but they
keep them dry. That's
they
all
were in
care
search
about.
of garbage bags before the game, because they were putting themselves inside garbage bags and sliding on this slick turf.
So now they got a little classier garbage bags on.
There's Jim DePofai, the head football coach of the Chardon Hilltoppers in his first year.
I think the rain has let up a little bit versus what we had, but it's still coming down steady.
Yeah, it's not the monsoon we were having, it's just a heavy downpour now.
Yes, yeah, we've elevated our conditions just a hair.
Gee. So it is a first down and 10 for the Toppers. Neal is a single setback, and that's who gets it. Puts his head down and makes that hole John just talked about. and got about 5 yards before forward progress will stop him. Actually, about 4.5. But
yeah, he's probably a good yard ahead of where he actually went down because he got pushed back a little bit. The forward progress should be. Actually, they didn't give it.
2 yards by the line and 2 yards on his own.
I don't think they gave him as much forward progress as I thought he had. Yeah, I think right there he's ahead of the line, and they marked it short of the line. Yeah, they kind of marked it where he went down, and actually I think his forward progress was over the 30-yard line.
So 2nd down and 5. Long 5, short 6. And again, it's Neal, left side this time. He's got the first down and then some, inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And Marcus Slayton helping out on the tackle, and Mark is not happy about what has gone on up front because
yeah, all of a
hooting
sudden
and hollering at that defensive line to stop somebody.
Yeah, they got a pretty much the mission of a defensive line is plug holes and the linebackers make the tackles. That's pretty much how defenses in high school are set up, and they're not plugging. The defensive line is getting pushed off the ball a little bit.
1st down and 10 at the 19-yard line. Chardon can get that 1st down at the 9. Housen and Clary are the wings. That was Clary in motion. Kevin going to keep it. Pitches it back. He's got Clary. Tried the corner. Can't get the corner. Coming up to make the play, Marcus Slayton. Great pursuit.
Yeah,
Heard a lot about him this week from a defensive standpoint, and the same about Ray Williams, the sophomores. 2 fine linebackers that have made an impression on their opponents this year.
Oh yeah, they played good both sides of the ball as Clary actually came up maybe a yard short of the where he originally started from, so we'll have a 2nd and 11 on that.
Loss of a yard. I'm looking at the scoreboard. It's advertising a spaghetti dinner for tonight from 4 to 7. You didn't tell me about that, John. Housen kind of did a good job of juking his way up the middle, stays on his feet, and will pick up a tough 6 yards. He kind of danced his way up the middle, huh? A little step here, a little step there, and got 6.
And just kept fighting. I'm not sure if he ever went down, to tell you the truth there. It seemed like that pile just stayed up.
So a 3rd down and looks to be 6 yards to go. 7:18 and counting 1st half. Chardon knocking on the door.
Chardon seems to be a 4-down team tonight, though.
They give it to Housen. Housen's going to have to bounce it outside. Hurdles one man and goes down. Ran right into Ray Williams, but he had to leap over Aaron Scales first.
Yeah, that was sealed up on the outside there. Maybe that inside game is where they should be going. You know, bounce it outside a little bit, but they got speed. They string it out nicely on the outside.
Might be able to say that he tipped the scales there, but ran right into Williams.
Yeah, but that was he was up in the air. Williams just met him. It was like running into a little bit of a wall there, and Housen had no feet to drive from. As you can see, he was purely airborne when Williams came up and met him.
Josh Long to attempt the field goal, and before he does, Ben Kevern will take a timeout with 6 minutes and 27 seconds to go here in the half. Yeah, let's get back to the spaghetti dinner that you didn't tell me about that they were having tonight.
I thought we forgot about that.
It's pouring rain. I'm sitting in this tent from 5:30 on, not knowing that just around the corner they had a spaghetti dinner. That's your job, John.
Wasn't I here with you?
Yeah.
You know, I was here. I wasn't up there eating spaghetti and you were inside the tent.
I don't know. Before the night is out, we got to get the crew to get a shot of this, because this is a super Dave Jevnikar production to stick us.
Oh yeah, this is just a classic piece of plastic canvas combination ever.
Kind of like in, like in the old Arabian Nights movies. They got the little tents there in the sand, except there's no sand.
Well, I was kind of thinking non-camouflage duck blind. It was kind of what my impression of this is.
And there we are. See, hello, how are you? We're in our tent.
We're the ones without the umbrellas.
That's right. So now they go for it on a 4th down and 4. They need to get to the 9-yard line for a 1st down. The ball is spotted at the 13.5. Neal is a single setback. Kevern on the fake. Bootleg. Looking into the end zone. Has McCauley. Touchdown.
Wow.
Pat McCauley came down with that, kept the foot in bounds, and the Hilltoppers are a point away from tying this up.
Boy, did you forget that was amazing. I honest to God thought that was either going to be picked off or batted away. The defender was right there reaching out. See if we can see how close his fingertips came to that ball, because boy, it sure looked like he was going to bat it away. Looked like he was there. I still don't know how he got over him. But man, that was good concentration by McCauley, keeping his eye on that ball with that arm swinging in front of you.
Long, true again from the extra point spot, and with 6 minutes and 21 seconds to go, we are tied at 7 apiece.
Well, we got the makings of a good ball game here, you know. It's like two heavyweights going to get there in the middle of the field and just trade punches at each other. Chardon's going to do theirs with the driving, pounding at you with the short little gains, and Benedictine's going to try to come back with the big plays. Keep battering at you till one of them breaks open.
For Pat McCauley, that's his first touchdown reception of the season, and that is the second through the air by Ben Keverin. The last one was a 13-yarder, and that was to Ben Robinson.
Yes, I think that was at Ed's, wasn't it? So I guess he only throws touchdown passes on TV.
So Chardon set to kick off. 6:21 to go, and it is definitely lightened up here a little bit on the rain.
Yeah, still not dry, but far less than the torrential downfall we did have earlier.
Nice crowd on the other side for Benedictine. They've traveled over here to Chardon to see a good ball game. We've got a good team, always been good spirit for the Bengals. I remember doing games years ago when Augie Basu was still coaching, and matter of fact, Augie is the freshman coach, still going strong after all these years. What a absolute gentleman.
Yeah, he's got, what, 70, 80 years of coaching or something? Godly number.
He is a gentleman, that fella. Back is Ray Williams, takes it at the 16 across the 25-30 before he is upended at about the 32-yard line. For Chardon, he ran over Robinson there, and Ben will get credit for the tackle. So Benedictine will have the football at the 32-yard line. It will be a first down and 10. Still plenty of time left to go here in the first half. 6:15 to go. Glad you could join us on GTV's presentation of Chardon Hilltopper football. I'm Craig Dees along with John Walsh and our usual cast of thousands that bring you the games each and every week or so. So Anthony Tyus under center. And Slayton was the back in the backfield, but Watkins will get the carry, and the big fullback takes it up to the 39-yard line. So he'll get a nice gain of about 6 or 7.
Good quickness out of here, because you look and he's a short fire plug, but he explodes out of the blocks there. And this is, whoa, boy, he did some juggling on that ball, didn't he? I'll tell you, that's one of those honesty carries. You have him up there. He's primarily a blocking back, but every now and then you got to feed it to him so they kind of have something else. And fumble on the snap.
Ball is loose. Chardon has the football.
Boy, there's a big turnover. That's exactly. Chardon had the momentum going from that last score there, and a turnover in the Bengal territory. This could turn it right around real quick. We got plenty of time. We got over 5.5 minutes left. Not exactly sure who came up with that fumble recovery.
So Chardon will get the football on the Benedictine Bengal 41-yard line, and that defense for the Bengals. Now, I mean, they got a lot of guys that play two ways anyway, John, but they're back out there digging in. See if Chardon can make them pay for that. Painter into the ball game. Dan hops his way across the 40.
Good, strong running. Good 6-yard game, maybe 7.
Got it all the way up to the 35-yard line, and I thought he was only going to give up 2 or 3, but he stretched out after he hopped over and was able to leap again. Brian Landes will check back into the game for the Hilltoppers. On the season, they've really spread the wealth well, Chardon has. Neal had 246 yards coming in, Painter 265, Housen 263, Clary 206, and Colin Henderson 244, so a lot of weapons. That time it's Painter one more time, and he will get another yard. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 3, and Chardon got them right where they want them, Johnny. They love those 3rd down and 3, 4th down and 1s.
Yeah, well, let's face it, they're the 4-down team tonight. What's it, about 4 times they've gone on 4th down?
Clock continues to run, 4:45 to go here in the first half. I hope the weather clears. I've got another game tomorrow night. I've got the pleasure going out to Menor to do Lake Catholic and Chanel tomorrow night. Or I guess it would be tonight if you're watching this on GTV. That'll be a good one as well.
That should be a fun ball game as well. We got a good one going right here.
3rd down and 3. Painter again, the setback, gets the ball, puts his head down, and will be shy of the first down by about a yard. It's kind of nice of him to play the most of the game right in front of us here, huh, fellas? It's good stuff.
Yeah.
We're all worried we can't, from about the 40-yard line to the other end, we can't see anything, but they're playing on this end of our field.
Goodness, we have 4th down and short. What do you think Chardon's going to do? I think they're 3 or 4 on 4th downs, aren't they tonight?
Yep, it's 4th and 2. It's a short 2. Painter's a single setback. He takes the handoff, put his head down, forget it. Drilled at the line of scrimmage. Fred Blackman was there. Also, Ray Williams came up from his linebacker spot and put the helmet to him.
They just penetrated, got into the backfield. Painter had absolutely no place to go. So you can watch the penetration. He's not even in the line of scrimmage, and you got 2 guys right on him, and a third that got penetration too. Good job by that Bengals defense. Now it's back on Chardon's defense to hold him.
1st down and 10. They have Marcus Slayton back in the backfield as the deep back. Again, it's Demetrius Watkins as the up back. Tyus signaling at the line, hands the ball again to the fullback, and nothing doing that time. That didn't fool anybody. Got about a yard, tough yard, coming up off the bottom of the pile for the Hilltoppers, Joe Fisher.
Well, I tell you, I'm looking out there, and I see in the program Watkins is rated at 5'8". I'm not sure, because he's really a fire plug. I'll believe that 227, but he may be shorter than 5'8". He's really low to the ground.
Scales to the near side. They pitch the ball this time. Slayton will go the corner, has the 40, 45 before he's shoved well out of bounds at about the 47, 48-yard line of Benedictine.
But enough for the 1st down. You can see here, gets it here, you get a nice block on the outside by Watkins, and then it's just off the races, gets the corner, and you got Robinson finally bumping him out of bounds.
1st down and 10. They'll spot it at the 46.5-yard line.
Defense needs to settle in as we're down to the 3-minute mark.
Again, Slayton bounces outside into Chardon territory, down to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, comparing them, I think Slayton has just a little more power, but Williams, I think, has that quick burst from his feet and stuff, and I think if you give him the little lane, he's the more dangerous runner out there. But they do definitely use a lot of both of the tailbacks. You know, it's not strictly a one-kid position. They use them, and they use 2 backs in the position.
Just like Chardon does with Painter and Neal.
Yeah.
2nd down and looks to be about 5 as they run Bernard Ford in motion. Play action pass, Tyus sprints out, dumps it to Ford on the near side, had it, got it back, and goes sailing out of bounds shy of the 40-yard line. He will get the 1st down as they'll spot it at the 41.
Yeah, Bengals are mixing it up now a little bit. We've had Watkins carry from the fullback position. We've gone to tailbacks, and now we've gone into the air a little bit here. They're starting to open up. Nice wobbly pass going there. Whoa. Nice wobbly catch as well. But the end result is 1st down Bengals.
So the ball just outside the 40. It's a 1st down and 10. 2:16 to go in the half. Tyus to throw again. Being chased. Nice. Dumps it off. Has a man underneath. That again. That is Tariq Good, the tight end. And Good will take it up inside the 30 to the 26-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, Tyus is the one that made that play because he was sealed off. They had great penetration in that backfield. He just did a reverse pivot around him, went the other way, found the open man, and dumped it quickly to him. Did a nice job getting away from that good pass rush by the Toppers.
1st down and 10. They'll split Bernard Ford to the far side, and they split Aaron Scales to the near side. Slayton remains the Back and takes the pitch, and he puts it on the ground. Chardon has it again.
I think Painter fell on top of that.
Nope. It's either nope.
Holy.
Nate Holy came on top of that thing. Oh, the Bengals turn it over right in Slayton's hands, and he put it on the deck.
Ooh, that was nice though, just from the fact of they were really moving that ball, mixing in the offense real well, and yeah, that just never got to. That was a play that was destined to be broken.
1:59 to go in the half, and Chardon with 3 timeouts left. And we've got some equipment problems down on the field. Officials will stop the clock for a second. It looks like Slayton trying to adjust the helmet. Oh, Chardon dodged a big one that time because Benedictine was moving the football.
Oh yeah, they mixed it up real nice that time. We came at them with all their weapons, you know, going through the air, running all backs. That was a nice looking drive they were putting together that time, and unfortunately the pitch out didn't work to their advantage, but lucky for the Toppers it did to theirs.
Neal back in the backfield now. Hayward comes to the near side.
We get just under 2 minutes left in this first half.
Neal up the middle, got hit right at the line of scrimmage. And that is Matt Wilson who made the tackle for the Bengals.
I tell you, this has been a good ball game.
Yep.
We don't have the big time points. We only got the 7-7 lead, but there's been a lot of action by both teams tonight and a lot of well played football.
Coming up at halftime, we will have the Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. So stay tuned for that. We've got 1:29 to go. It's a 2nd down and 9 for the Toppers. They will receive the ball to begin the second half as well. Kevin, that might have been a busted play. Boy, that was a weird whistle because Kevin wasn't down yet.
No, he was actually rolling over.
I think that I'm looking at the linesman on the far side, and he says that was me.
Yeah, he fell.
I blew the whistle. He fell for the fake.
Fullback, yeah.
Blew the whistle a little bit too shy.
So I'm assuming they're just gonna.
They'll spot it where he blew the. Nope, they'll spot it where he blew the whistle.
Come on, know who's got the ball, ref.
Yep. He anticipated that, didn't follow it in, and that will cost Chardon a couple of yards.
No, I think they're
going to replay the down.
You almost have to.
Yep.
Inadvertent whistle like that, you can't penalize the team for it.
A good thing they.
Though, you know, in essence, you're penalizing them 5 yards, but that's a lot more than just taking 3 yards off and end the down.
59 seconds to go. Wonder if they'll put some time back on the clock, you think?
I doubt it.
No.
Oh, are they going to?
No, they're going to replay 2nd down. That's what they're calling. But I don't know. Did they lose any time off the clock? Was it, I don't know when the... The officials will sort things out. They'll rack it back to 2nd down and 9 and try it again. Well, maybe they'll get more than 5 this time, huh?
Okay, I think we're ready to play football again, aren't we?
Well, Chardon's
maybe not. We're not ready yet.
Pat McCauley went over to the sideline on the far side to see just to make sure everything was set. And they're asking now to have the play signaled in again. It's not the first time you've seen this at Chardon over the years, though, when a referee has had an inadvertent whistle.
Yeah. Not as much as we used to.
No.
The offense has kind of got a reputation of you don't suck in your breath till you know for sure you're going to need it.
Well, I know myself that I keep my mouth shut for the most part during when they start that cutting of running backs in the backfield. And
that's one of my faults. I don't.
Try to wait till it plays out because I've been caught myself several times.
I guess they did put time back in the clock.
Yep,
we're up to 1:10.
Yep, put the time back on the clock, which was the right thing to do if the play didn't count.
So we're back to where we were, what, 5 minutes ago or so?
Yep.
Let's do it again.
Now they'll wind it up.
Let's do it right this time.
2nd down and 9. This time it is Hausen. And Hausen, pretty much where they left off. Well, no, maybe just gave him a yard or 2.
Yeah, I think he got 2-3 yards out of that. That was about it.
Clock is running, 43 seconds and counting.
Yeah, there really wasn't much of a lane opened up for Housen that time, and the play looked a little slow in development as well.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 7. Hayward to the near side. Housen is the wing on the far side. And Kevin going to keep it on the quarterback draw. Gets to the 40, gets blasted as he gets to the 41, but that will stop the clock to move the chains.
And he crossed it, so it should be a 1st down Chardon. Like you said, he's going to move the chains.
Slayton and Jason Anderson on the tackle.
Boy, he did take a pop on that. Have to see who gave him that shot. See, again, that's that quarterback draw where you fake it and follow the guy in the one hole over.
I was going to, you know, there's 54 seconds on the clock. They've ran 2 plays since the 1:10, and 5 seconds have run off of it. So the clock is stuck at 54 seconds right now.
Yeah, something seems a little odd on that. Still didn't catch the number of the guy that made that hit. It was 50-something, but he never turned properly.
Slayton and Jason Anderson.
Okay, Jason Anderson's number
32.
is... oh, well, where did I get 50?
I don't know.
Am I making up numbers again, Craig?
Pretty much, because there's no 50 on the defense that I see.
I just got to stop that, you know?
So now there's 40 seconds to go. They'll wind the clock up, so it's running again. This has been quite a first half.
Yes.
I'm confused. Kevin rolls out, looking, has McCauley. Now he's going to have to dump it underneath the Housen. Grabs it at the 47, and straight down he goes. Tackle was made by Ray Williams. Clock is running, 18 seconds to go. Hayward runs the play, and they've still got 3 timeouts, and they haven't taken one yet.
I would think Chardon would pretty much be content just to run out the clock and go into halftime and regroup.
Well, if you're going to do that, you may as well not run a play and risk a fumble at this point, right?
Yeah,
3 seconds, 2.
They're not going to get it off.
Nope, that'll do it.
Because they get the ball starting the second half, so I think they're happy at 7-7.
So the first half is history here from Memorial Field in Chardon. And we are pretty much where we started. It's the Benedictine Bengals 7, the Chardon Hilltoppers 7. We'll just keep it right here because the Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band will be first out onto the field. So what did you think so far in the first half? You know, Benedictine doesn't turn the ball over a couple times. It might be a different ball game.
It might be, but quite honestly, I think it was a very well-played first half by both squads. You know, we had good offense, opened up. You know, they showed variations, and I think second half is going to be even more wide open. They're starting to open up a little bit, getting the rollout passes going. They're getting the little slants off, little counter plays and stuff like that. So I think we're going to have a much more varied offense coming second half. I'm expecting a very entertaining second half.
Well, I was about to say that the weather has lightened up a little bit, but now as the halftime has come upon us, John, the skies have opened up one more time. And it is just a miserable. I tell you what, folks, when you're watching this at home, I got to tip my hat to every one of you that showed up for this game tonight. You are truly proven why Chardon Hilltopper fans are arguably the best fans in the land, because
and I'll tell you, though,
I've always made the joke about the playoffs where if you want to be a cat burglar, this is the town to be in because nobody's home. They're all watching the Hilltoppers. And then tonight, with this weather just ugly, a lot of you folks come out for this ball game.
And
excellent.
Speaking from personal experience here, umbrellas are great, but tents are phenomenal. Tents are really nice.
All right.
Thank you, Dave Jevnikar.
Yeah, you got that right. Last thing I needed to be after a long week on the road is to be electrocuted on a Friday night.
Yeah, that's right. My hair is messy enough as is.
We are going to go down to the field now because without further ado, here comes the Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. How you guys making out back there, okay? You see all right? Good.
They're not even playing that while we're doing this. They're not even playing anything while we're doing this. Can you hear me? Well, they're coming out, but they don't have no instruments.
Oh, that's hard. Did the kids do it? Oh, shit, Joan. That's why they were next door.
Davis. He has been in band for 4 years and is the current band president and field commander. His favorite songs are Vehicle, Come Out Play, and Build Me Up Buttercup. His favorite memories are the Chicago trip, Third Time's a Charm, and Pizza Hut in the parking lot. After high school, he plans to attend Mount Union College to major in electrical engineering and minor in marketing. His advice to the underclassmen is create your own inventive brand of fun and always live life to the fullest because it goes by too fast. Natalie Dilly is being escorted by William and Tatiana Dilly. She has been a top rep for 2 years. She is also in drama, free harmony, FCA, Interact Club, French Club, and on yearbook staff. Her favorite song was Time Warp. Her favorite memories are getting ready for games, senior ghetto dancing, baby carrots, and never have I ever. After high school, she hopes to attend Miami University, major in mass communications, find the guy of her dreams, and get married. Her advice to the underclassmen is cherish every moment. High school goes by too fast. Kelly Dorsey is being escorted by Roger and Patricia Dorsey. She has played French horn and symphonic band for 4 years, mellophone and marching band for 4 years, and has been a member of the Cleveland Youth Wind Symphony for 2 years and Contemporary Youth Orchestra for 1 year. She also plays soccer and is the vice president of drama. Her favorite songs are Time Warp, Vehicle, Bread Fan, and Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Her favorite memories are the '98 marching season, Breaking the Bed in Buffalo, Ham, Knee-Haw, and of course, marching naked. After high school, she will attend Juilliard to study the kazoo. Her advice to the underclassmen is not to take advice. Trust yourself to make mistakes and use your own judgment. It usually works out in the end. Melissa Dushin is being escorted by Lisa and Ernie Dushin. She has been in marching, symphonic, and pit band. She also has been in drama and plans to be in track. Her favorite songs are Bohemian Rhapsody, Vehicle, and the theme from Rocky. Her favorite memories are the long, deep talks on the bus rides, band parties, performing, and meeting all of the fun people. After high school, she will join the Army Reserves, go to college to study psychology, and marry the man of her dreams. You know who you are. Her advice to the underclassmen is make band fun, do your best, be responsible, and work together as one because the band as a whole will make the show. Melissa Friedel is being escorted by Jerry Friedel. She has been a top rep for 1 year. Her favorite songs are Vehicle and Disco Inferno. Her favorite memories are being initiated as a senior top rep and Men in Black. After high school, she will go to college to study medicine and hopefully become a pediatrician. Her advice to the underclassmen is have fun in high school because it goes by really fast. Katie Horabik is being escorted by Jim and Darlene Horabik. She has been a top rep for 3 years. She is also in drama, free harmony, and French club. Her favorite songs are Time Warp and Inagata de Vida. Her favorite memories are bus rides with the captain's log, 34 and Uncle Jack, and barking at waiters on the way to Buffalo. After high school, she plans to either become a chef or a choreographer. Her advice to the underclassmen is make the most of your high school days. They go fast. Don't waste time stressing out. Just have fun. Kelly Jo Kaufman is being escorted by Dinah and Chuck Kaufman. She has been in band, jazz band, and top reds all for 4 years. She has also been in Interact Club, peer mediation, and peer listening. Her favorite songs are Vehicle and Time Warp. Her favorite memories are Dirty 3 2001, the GOG Riding Club, Goodridge, Chicago, and the ups and downs with my BD. After high school, she hopes to attend Miami University, major in secondary mathematics education, marry the one I'm meant for, you know who you are, and move to a lavish Italian villa where we'll live happily ever after. Her advice to the underclassmen is a friend is someone who knows the song in your heart and can sing it back to you when you've forgotten the words. Find those people and hold on to them. Time goes by fast, and they will keep you saying, thanks, Joanna, I love you, BD. Joanna Kellogg is being escorted by Jim and Barbara Kellogg. She has been a top rep for 4 years, top rep captain for 2 years, in band for 4 years, on band council for 3, and she is the current vice president and secretary of the band. She is a thespian in drama and a member of NHS. Her favorite songs are Vehicle, Beach Boys, and Land of a Thousand Dances. Her favorite memories are Pioneer Waterland, Moe's Roof, the '98 season with Jeff, Breaking the Bed in Buffalo, and the Pizza Hut party with Tyrone and Jerome. After high school, she will attend either Miami or Dayton to major in business education. Her advice to the underclassmen is things will only turn out as good as you want them to. Take control of your life, have all the fun you can, and don't get caught. And to John and Kelly, who still act like freshmen, you know what I have to say. I love you both. Heather Lennox is being escorted by Ted and Jackie Lennox. She has been in marching band for 3 years and also a member of Jazz 2. She's also in track. Her favorite song is Time Warp. Her favorite memories are Big Meinhold's homemade sauna, early morning late night coffee with Shannon, and getting sent to the office with Liz and Gretchen. After high school, she will go to college with Wes to be a music teacher or a forest ranger. Her advice to the underclassmen is don't give it up your freshman year, I mean your instrument. Seth Marquard is being escorted by Bob and Liz Marquard. He has been in Jazz 2, a squad leader, MVP, and outstanding junior bandsman. He is also in NHS, Envirothon, and Science Olympiad. His favorite songs are Vehicle and Time Warp. His favorite memories are bus rides, the Buffalo trip, and kickoffs. After high school, he will attend Ohio University to major in forensic chemistry. His advice to the underclassmen is enjoy your time here as it will be over before you realize it. Katie Papson is being escorted by Greg and Denise Papson. She has been a top ret for 3 years. Her favorite songs are Inagata Davida, Time Warp, and Dr. Beat. Her favorite memories are also Barking at the Waiters in New York, How You Doin' Zazu, and The Dirty 3 2001. After high school, she wants to be a hairdresser to the stars and marry the one I love, number 63. Her advice to underclassmen is do what the seniors tell you we did when we were your age. Dan Richard is being escorted by Sue and Chuck Richard. He has been in marching band for 4 years, jazz band for 4 years, and pit band for 1 year. He is also an Envirothon and Science Olympiad. His favorite songs are Vehicle and Rocky. His favorite memory is eating contest during band camp. After high school, he will attend Case Western Reserve University to major in computer engineering. His advice to the underclassmen is don't be stupid, being tall is cool. Linda Rossell is being escorted by Bob and Wendy Rossell. She has been a majorette for 4 years. She is also in drama, NHS, Interact, FCA, and Team Elite. Her favorite songs are Come Out and Play, Time Warp, and The Scatter Drill. Her favorite memories are Buffalo and the Tender Orchid Gang, Trip to the Happiest Place on Earth, and glittering the majorettes before games. After high school, she will attend Ohio State University to major in engineering or education. Her advice to the underclassmen is, all of your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. Frank Savell is being escorted by Frank and Lily Savell. He has been in marching band for 4 years, concert band for 2 years, symphonic band for 2 years, and jazz band for 1 year. His favorite songs are Vehicle and Come Out and Play. His favorite memories are competing with Dan and beating him 70% of the time, making fun of Krug's South Park shirt, and playing the clarinet javelin game. After high school, he will go to college to get a degree in computer science, do computer stuff, and if that doesn't work, get work making low-budget martial arts movies. His advice to the underclassmen is aim low, boring, aim high is soaring. Set your goals high and live life for all it's worth because it can be gone in a second. Lindsay Vanek is being escorted by Derek and Rachel Vanek. She has been in marching, Jazz 1 and Jazz 2, symphonic, concert, and pit bands. She might have done something non-musical a while ago, but it's been filtered out. Her favorite songs are Na Na, Hey Hey Goodbye, and Charge. Her favorite memories are writing a drill and all the ridiculous dances over the years. After high school, she will major in music education and Spanish and become a teacher. Her advice to the underclassmen is watch the conductor. Things don't get done much more quickly that way. Gina Gutierrez is being escorted by Greg Gutierrez. She has been a top rep for 4 years and a captain for 1 year. She is also in NHS, gymnastics, and the Thespians in drama. CHS Scatter Drill is and always will be the best. Her favorite memories are GOG Riding Club, No I Am Schlicking, Crazy Circus Bees, The Dirty 3, and forgetting to take off the Green Man. After high school, she will go to college, major in biochemistry, and become an ophthalmologist. Her advice to the underclassmen is don't let other people decide who you are. Christina, I miss you. No, just kidding, next year. Stop purpling on the buses, it's gross. And last but not least, Nicole Wood is being escorted by Paulette and Terry Wood. She has been in jazz band 3 years, concert band 1 year, symphonic band 1 year, marching band 4 years. She is also in NHS, drama, gymnastics, and the president of Project Support. Her favorite song is Time Warp. Her favorite memories are getting lost with Leslie in Disney World and the Buffalo trip. After high school, she will attend Westminster or Clarion and major in elementary education. Her advice to the underclassmen is, have as much fun as you can. Could we please have a huge round of applause for our marching band seniors?
Ever talk?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Now we'll be having a short presentation, I believe, by Count on Me.
Okay, can we have all the workers over on the other sideline? Come on over. All the workers on the other sideline, come on over. That's you, Landys. Let's go. While they're coming over, I'm Dave Jevnikar, one of the Count on Me coordinators. I'd like to thank you all for sticking it out tonight. And can you even imagine what this would have been like on the other field? Kind of like East Lake North last week, right? That's right. It's a terrific facility, and some of the people we invited over 100 people to come to this celebration tonight, and I hope you can understand that the weather's probably played a bit of a role on the turnout. But we do have some of the folks who are here, a very small but loyal following, who helped build this facility. So much of this facility was done by private effort, work, the creativity, the ingenuity. It's an amazing thing to work with these people and see what they can do. There are many, many problems in getting this facility done. It's not done, actually. But what we've done so far, completed. And these people are the ones who are responsible for getting this terrific place and completed at this time. Now, it's an amazing thing, and I can't get over how this place is so different from what's right behind you. New facilities make a big difference, as you can see, for our soccer and football programs, and tonight's game is a perfect example of that, and I hope you'll all remember that. In fact, before we give these folks a round of applause, I'd like to ask everybody in the stands who has pledged to please stand up and shake your umbrella. Stand up and shake your umbrella if you pledge to this project. Let's give these people a big round of applause, because those folks have helped too. And we're going to continue asking people to stand up, and hopefully eventually someday everybody in the stands will be standing up, because everyone will have contributed. Big or small, we need your help. Pledges are not coming in as we'd like, there's no question about it. We have considerable debt and we need to pay this facility off. We can't have Western seats, we can't have restrooms or concessions until we get this done. So thank you, people, for being the first to come in, and we really did count on you, and you delivered. Now, here are the people. Let's give these folks a big round of applause, because these are the folks that helped build this place. Started in June, a wet, wet June, an incredible July and August. That scoreboard went up on the day before the first game against Springfield. That's how hectic and crazy this facility was constructed, but it was done very well, as I think you can all see. So once again, let's have a big round of applause for these folks, and go Hilltoppers!
Just about ready for the second half kickoff. Sam Coyle will tee it up, and going back deep for Chardon, Vern Hayward will go back. Pat McCauley is back there, and Corey Battles. 7-7, we are tied at halftime. The rain has lightened up to just a heavy mist, I guess. They drill it down the middle. There's Hayward at the 5. Has some room, gets across the 20, spins, and goes down at the 24-yard line. First half stats. Let's take a look now at the Chardon Hilltoppers. Neal with 10 carries for 42 yards. That's Kevin Neal. John Housen, 6 carries, 22 yards. Eric Clary, 2 carries for nothing. Henderson, a carry for a yard. Painter, 6 carries, 21 yards. And Ben Kevern, 4 carries for 24 yards. That translates into 110 yards through the air. Kevern 2 out of 3 for 19 yards, and that is 129 total yards for the Chardon Hilltoppers. We'll give you the Benedictine stats in just a little while.
Stats are fairly even, though, as we suspected.
Wally Mykowski and Andy Hudak from Benedictine providing the numbers. Painter starts the second half in the backfield and gets a tough 3 yards for the Bengals. Marcus Slayton, 4 carries, 23 yards. Ray Williams, 3 carries, 83 yards. Calvin Kelly on the reverse, 1 carry, 8 yards. Watkins had 2 carries for 8 yards. And Tyus lost a yard on the ground, 121 yards. They were 2 out of 3 through the air for 22 yards, so they end up with 143 yards. So the Bengals outgaining the Hilltoppers 143 to 129, as John said, very even in the first half, just the way the score is. Second down and 6, Kevern to throw. Pump fakes, fires across the middle, pass is incomplete. Pass intended for the tight end, Matt Marsher. That was well overthrown.
I think Chardon's going to have to shorten up these patterns a little bit, because you see the receivers are open for just a hair there, but then they close on it real quick when the ball's delivered. If you hit them a little bit earlier, you almost have to go into the little slant routes and stuff like that to open it up, because I think they're playing off them, but then they realize what the formation is and they close up on it, and you're going to have a tough time completing passes in there.
There's that quarterback draw. Kevern got tripped up across the 30, but he makes it to the 33-yard line. That'll be a couple yards shy of a first down, and this will be a punting situation for Eric Clary.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to take a chance here in their own territory here.
So Eric Clary will come in to punt. Going back deep will be Ray Williams and Calvin Kelly. They are backpedaling now. They're inside their own 40. They will move back to their 35-yard line.
We'll see what the Bengals have in store on offense this half.
Clary's kick is an end-over-ender. That
Whoa.
will be taken, and somehow corralled by Ray Williams.
He's lucky. He got a good roll off of that one, because it was off his fingertips and he was coming forward, but fortunately for Ray, the ball came underneath him there. That could have been a big-time turnover. I'm surprised he didn't just fair catch and let that bounce, or just fair catch and hold on to it. Comes off his fingertips, got enough underneath it, I guess, to kick the ball forward and was able to fall on top of it. Lucky for Williams.
They start with Slayton as a deep back in the eye. First down, Tyus throws, pass, caught. Right at midfield. Brought down nicely there by Aaron Scales. That's his 11th catch of the season.
And I think that was Tim Coy on coverage. Yes, it was. See him right on top of him, making the tackle immediately, but not after that 6-yard gain.
As we said, the second half is beginning with a light rain falling at this point. This is probably as dry as it has been all night.
Yeah, it's just pretty much a glorified mist right now. Much better than it was at the beginning.
Second down and 4. Up the middle they go. It's Demetrius Watkins into the defensive backfield, and down he goes at the 25-yard line. Corey Battles, boy, bear hugged him and slammed Watkins down, but after a huge gain.
I'll tell you, Watkins does burst out of there, though. He does have excellent speed for that barrel shape that he possesses. But boy, he sure got a big gain out of that when they opened up a nice lane, and he just took it and hit it quick.
Brian Gladwell with some problems with the helmet. The officials will stop the clock. 9:41 to go here in the the third quarter. Glad you could join us on GTV's presentation of Chardon Hilltopper football. Craig Dees along with John Walsh, our usual cast of thousands. Actually, I think we've got more people on the production staff than are here at the game, because there may be 1,000 here tonight. You think? It's a pretty good crowd.
Yeah, it's hard to see through.
A lot of the railbirds down at the one end there.
Yeah, that's what offsets the crowds.
The delay, it's Ray Williams, and Williams brought down again. I believe that was Corey Battles who made the initial contact along the far side of the field.
Boy, Williams does have those quick feet, though. He's explosive. There's no question about that.
How much room we got?
See, it's just a straight handoff. As he does a quick little counter move, takes it to the outside, makes it look like he's going to come up through the gut, and just bends it around to the outside, gets a good gain out of it. 9 yards, as a matter of fact, brings up a second and less than 1.
Williams remains in the backfield, second down and less than a yard. They pitch it back. Here's Williams, cuts it up the middle, and will get the first down. Gladwell made the tackle.
I'll tell you, something else is really impressive about that Williams is he's only a sophomore. So he's going to be around Bengals opponents, going to be seeing Williams for the next couple of years. Gladwell gets in on the feet there, fights off the block, and gets a tackle.
Calvin Kelly checks back into the ball game. So first down and 10. The ball is spotted at the 14-yard line. Clock is running, 8:33 to go, third quarter.
I'll tell you, his defense better settle in quick here.
Again, Williams up the middle, jukes his way to the left, and down he goes. Corey Battles there to make the tackle.
Yeah, I think the hole was supposed to be off to the right side. Like you said, he just kind of saw it was sealed up to the right where he was supposed to run, made the quick cut, step to the left there, and got an extra 1.5 yards, 2 yards out of it by going that way.
Joe Fisher also helped out on the tackle, so a gain of about 4. Second down and 6. They can get a first down at the 3 or 4 yard line. Again, or now Slayton is in as the deep back, and they keep it. Into the end zone, touchdown goes the quarterback, Anthony Tyus. So Tyus goes in from 9 yards out.
But that was a quick drive. It was a drive, but they put it in there with 9-10 yard bursts and just ran it right down and passed it down the Hilltopper's throat that time. That was an impressive looking drive by the Bengals. Lining up for the extra point attempt.
Sam Coyle in to attempt the PAT. Coyle's 21st make of the year, so at the 7-minute and 50-second mark here in quarter number 3, it's a 9-yard run by Anthony Tyus, and that unties us and gives Benedictine the lead at 14-7. So the Chardon Hilltoppers will get the football back and hopefully something moving on offense. They've showed good signs of moving the football tonight so far, and see if they can keep that up. I'd like to give a special thanks to our GTV funding communities of Burton Township, Burton Village, Chardon Township, Chardon Village, Hamden Township, Middlefield Village, and Munson Township. All 7 communities continue to support us through their contracts with GTV. So we're thrilled to be able to bring you local public service programming with a special emphasis on those communities. Thanks again for supporting GTV, and thanks to our viewers for their support. The response has been wonderful. If you like our programming and live in the area not presently funding GTV, please let your local officials know of your interest. We'd love to program for you also.
Yeah, we just got word that the last carry put Williams at exactly 100 yards for the game. Again, information provided by our media friends behind us here.
Wally Myskowski and Andy Hudak from Benedictine High School. There's a good kick. Hayward into the end zone it goes. Boy, Sam Coyle uncoiled on that and just rammed it into the end zone. Yikes.
So Toppers will start out from their 20, and what they need to do to get right back in is, sounds kind of silly, but put on an 80-yard drive and just come right back on them.
The rain has intensified a little bit, but not near what we experienced in the first half. So 7 minutes and 50 seconds remain here in quarter number 3. The Chardon Hilltoppers looking up at the bottom end of a 14-7 score. Benedictine has played some big ball games this year and have won a lot of them. Another tough schedule, just like Chardon has that tough schedule. Neal is the single setback, and he gets the ball. Breaks his way back up the middle, keeps the legs pumping, picks up about 3 yards. So Kevin Neal moves the sticks a little bit, or at least the first down marker.
I tell you, that Bengals tough schedule doesn't get any easier as the season winds out, because they still got St. Ed's and Canton Central Catholic on their schedule. Not to mention the trip to Youngstown against Mooney, Cardinal Mooney, who's having their problems this year, but they're still a formidable team.
Second down and 7, ball on the 23-yard line. Clary went in motion. Kevin going to roll to the near side. Looking, fires, trying to find the tight end Marsher, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Scales, and Scales stays on his feet, back to the 32-yard line, and that is a big turnover.
Yeah, that one hurts bad because besides not being able to move the ball and get some points out of it, you're turning it over in your own territory against a Bengal team that's fired up right now. Good protection for Kevin that time. He wasn't really hurried. He had lots of time. He throws that high pass. Coverage was there, overthrew his defender a little bit, and he just played center field out there and pulled it in. Got a good return out of it as well.
4th interception of the season thrown by Kevern. And now it becomes a 1st down and 10. Slayton is the deep back in the eye. He'll creep up behind the up back Demetrius Watkins as Anthony Tyus barks the signals and goes back to throw.
Called an audible at the line.
And down he goes. Ball is loose. Nope, incomplete pass. He got drilled. The arm was coming forward.
Well, we'll have to see. Matt Agnich came up with the recovery, but they're waving it off. Have to see if we get a replay on this one showing if that arm was coming forward.
There was no doubt in the official's mind that that was a pass. He blew the whistle
here,
right away.
They got it right here.
Well, that ball was going backwards. That ball slipped out of his hand going back.
Slipped out. I think Bengals got a little bit of a break there, but they keep possession.
2nd down, 10. See if they can capitalize on that. They pitch it. It's Slayton. Slayton battles in hot pursuit, trips him up and out of bounds he goes, and they may have the 1st down.
Yeah, that's real close to this stake. Have to see exactly where they mark it, where he went out of bounds. Now they marked it a little shy, it looks like.
23? That's right.
They're looking at the change right now, and they'll call it a 3rd down, so it'll be shy.
Can't be shy by much.
They haven't moved the down marker yet.
And I don't know why they have it.
Nope, the down marker's still way back there. They're going to bring the ball in and spot it. And it's looking like it's about a half a yard shy of a 1st down. Clock has stopped. Nope, now the clock is running. 5:59 and counting.
Okay, we're in order now, and yeah, they marked it from where that stake is, maybe 2 feet shy.
Now they've got Williams as a deep back, but they go to the big fullback, Watkins, who
I think he just
barrels his
forward.
way for a yard, and that'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, he got a good yard and a half, and all they needed was a couple feet.
I noticed you didn't run home at halftime to get us any coffee.
What's with you, spaghetti dinner, oversight coffee?
You're supposed to cater the loge here, and you haven't done anything for us yet. You're the local. You live within spitting distance.
I thought charm was my forte.
Oh, Tyus to throw. Looking into the corner, has a man.
Did he come down with it?
Nope,
No.
out of bounds.
That was a nice attempt, though. I guess he never came down with the
I
ball.
think that was Aaron Scales.
Yeah, that was just kind of a run to the spot, and that's where I'm going to put it. It was just a pure timing pattern on that one. You can see as he goes airborne there. I think he pulled it in, and it just kind of bounced off his chest.
That was Aaron Scales. So that'll make it a 2nd down and 10. Ball spotted right at the 20-yard line. Slayton is the deep back in the I formation behind Tyus. And it's Slayton. Slayton around the right side of the 15, cuts back to 10, flags fly inside the 5, into the end zone, touchdown, but this one will probably be coming back as there's a flag sitting at the 16-yard line.
And that's normally where you're going to have somebody grabbed a hold of jersey and held on. We'll see if the holding is, yeah, that's exactly what they're marking off of holding.
And holding is the call against the Bengals. That's
right at the point where they were opening that hole, and I guess somebody was fighting it off and somebody else grabbed a handful to try to stop them. See if we can pick up any holding on that one. Yeah, it was all bunched up. I really couldn't see it, but there you see the flag coming out afterwards.
And they take it from the spot of the foul, which was right at the line of scrimmage. So this will make it a 2nd down and 10. 20, excuse me. 3 wideouts to the far side now. Little crossing pattern thrown behind the intended receiver, Scales. And Landy's all over Scales, and Scales did not like the way he was treated by Landy's. Brian gave him a little extra shove at the end.
He's still talking to the referee about it, but referee kind of says, get back to the huddle, son.
You can't be too over-aggressive on a play like that, though. That could have been a disaster for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, that's really one of those you want to back off on.
Yeah, because he hit him, and then they didn't. The rest of the replay, he drove him a little bit further. Right. 3rd down and 20. Marcus Slayton, the deep back. Flags fly. We've got some movement up front.
I'm not sure if that might have been encroachment by Hilltop. We'll have to see if somebody moved first.
Dead ball foul, and it is procedure against the Bengals. That will move them back another 5 yards.
Okay, so somebody did move on that side.
The wind has intensified a little bit. The mist has intensified as well. Again, the cameras do such a good job of hiding that, but boy, you look up into the light towers and
that's what
it's
you
just
really
waves
see,
of mist. There you can
see a little bit of the top of your screen, and there's the rain-covered lens.
I'll tell you what, our cast of thousands is bringing you the game. Need a pat on the back tonight because they are standing outside in just ugly conditions. Well, here we go again now. 3rd down and 25. The ball is at the 35. 3 wide outs. Tyus to throw near side. Pass is completed. And that is Aaron Scales. And Scales weighs in at about the 25-yard line.
And I think it took about 20 or 30 Hilltoppers to get in on that tackle, wasn't it? I think everybody had a piece of Scales on that one. Scales weighs in. That was sad.
Took you long enough to get there. Just making sure you're paying attention.
No, I got it. I was embarrassed for you, Craig. Frankly, I was just embarrassed for you.
Clock continues to run, 4:22 and counting. They spot the football at the 25-yard line, so it is a 4th down and about 14.
This will be a good thing for the Hilltoppers if they shut them down here and get the ball back after that turnover.
Sam Coyle will attempt a 41-yard field goal with the wind at his back, and he's shown he's got the leg on those kickoffs. Coyle's kick is up, and it is coming back, and it is good.
Wow.
Oh, boy. 41-yard field goal wrapped around.
Yep, he put that right through.
And I tell you what, he started it a little right, kind of played the fade there.
Yeah.
Like a nice little 7-iron, brought it right back in. So with 3 minutes and 54 seconds to go, Benedictine has extended the lead to 17-7. Let's watch this again.
Watch him. He's coming through. Good spot. Snap was a little bit low. Spotter got it down real nice. He just kicked right through the ball and put it through. Very nice. Boy, I'll tell you, that's a weapon. If you got a kicker that can kick field goals 40 yards or so in high school, that's a huge advantage for you.
That is the tied for the 2nd longest field goal in Benedictine high school history.
And
the longest was 42 yards. Missed it by a
kidding.
yard. Yep. You didn't think I knew that. Right off the top of my head.
Amazing. Amazing how you knew that. And when was the last?
We've got the talking media guide for Benedictine.
Has Benedictine and Chardon ever played together before?
This is their second contest.
The first being
the third game Benedictine ever won.
Right.
Was against Chardon, right?
Second year, 1930.
Another deep kickoff by Coyle sends Hayward back into the end zone.
Yes, that's a weapon.
What direction is that?
If you can, that's going south.
So Hayward went southward into the end zone.
Wow.
See what happens when I stand in the rain too long?
Yeah, I guess. Brain cells
It's still the jet lag from getting home late last night.
Brain cells do marinate, don't they?
Yeah. Well, the Hilltoppers offense has got to start marinating because we're down by 10 at this point. And,
yeah, that's 2 scores. Even with a 2-point conversion, that still leaves you a couple points short.
That's right. 2 scores down. Painter is the single setback now.
They got time, though. They don't need to go into panic mode by any means. We're still 3rd quarter.
Picks up 4.
That's it. They can put the drive together, and it's just putting the onus on the defense to hold them so the offense can get the ball and do it again.
3:39 to go as you watch Painter's run one more time.
Hansa gets a little lane and just gets what he can out of it. Actually, that was a short 4. So it's we're making a long 6.
There you go. Or short 7, whichever you're more comfortable with. Second down at any rate. Kevern, fake, gives the ball again to Dan Painter, and Painter will come across the 25 to the 26-yard line. That'll leave him about 4 yards shy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a big third down for Chardon because they really need, if nothing else, you want to gain field position back and get a couple of quick first downs here if you can.
Colin Henderson has not touched the football much this evening, John, and here's a kid that's got 3 touchdowns on the season, including some a nice long one that he sits at a double wing on the near side with John Housen.
Yeah, he was great in the mud last week. I tell you, he was one of those kids that just gets good footing in a muddy field.
Painter, left side, first down across the 30 and just got hammered at the 32-yard line.
Yeah,
Dan stood up and got spun around and got hammered by Ray Williams. Wow.
Boy, they do hit out there. Once you break into that secondary, you can see they open it up. Painter just lowered his shoulders, spun around. Williams comes up and puts a big-time hit on him.
For a 169-pounder, he puts a heck of a wallop in it, huh?
And a sophomore. That's an impressive football player they got there in Williams. Both sides of the ball.
Hayward to the near side. Now it is Kevin Neal back in the backfield. Housen and Henderson are the wings. That's Housen in motion. Neal, the left side. Head down, flags fly at the 40-yard line. And we've got some issues because I think Chardon is going to be moving backwards.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Flip or a hold.
Unfortunately, it nullifies a nice 6-yard gain there. You hold.
Hold against the Hilltoppers. So 1:55 remains here in the third quarter. The Hilltoppers hoping their drive isn't stalled because of that penalty.
No.
They'll start it at the 30, just inside the 35 was where the hold took place. So that'll march them back to just inside the 25. So that'll make it a first down and about 17 or 18.
Yeah, they need it. They need to get that ball moving down the field a little bit. We're a little bit under 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Chardon down by 2 scores now.
Kevern keeps it. Gets across the 30 to the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. So he picked up most of the penalty back. And that'll bring up second down and about 11.
Well, I'd never seen that play before. That's about the 5th time they've run that little quarterback keeper and slide over one hole. And for the most part, they've had pretty decent success with it. It's been a good 7-8 yard play for them consistently.
They bring Hayward to the near side. Him and Pat McCauley have been running in the plays. Kevin Neal remains the single setback. Flags fly again as Neal goes over the right side and busts his way across the 35, but we will stop things again with 1:04 to go in the third quarter and find out what Chardon did this time, because I think it's going to be on them again. In case you're wondering, on the season, Chardon has been penalized 295 yards. That averages about 49 yards a game, but here's the bad statistic. 2 games alone. Dunbar, 100 yards of penalties they were assessed, and St. Ed's was 75. So 175 of the 295 happened in 2 games, and
they declined the penalty.
They want to take the down, as it was a gain of about 4, so it'll be third down and 8.
That's probably not a bad choice. Rather than giving them an extra down to try to gain 15, they'll hope they can stop them in 1 from gaining 8.
McCauley to the far side. Kevin Neal again is the setback. Some movement up front, but no flags. Inside handoff, there's Henderson. And Colin Henderson looks like he's got the first down to the 44-yard line. That's where they've been keeping him, for just that play right there.
I think so, and I think the spot, they're moving the chains.
moving the chains, and here come the rains again because it has intensified quite nicely. Let's watch this again.
Kind of just weaves around and just keeps finding that little lane opening up for him, and he just rambles through it. Nice carry by Henderson.
Yep, first down and 10. It's Housen. Housen hit like a rock at the line of scrimmage by Marcus Clayton. Told you about those two running backs. They take their share of hits and they dish them out as well.
Yeah, I tell you, he stood him up because, yeah, you look at that rain on that screen right now. Now you can see it coming down a lot heavier.
Trying to move my way back over here. You're fine.
And this is the point of the game where you want to start putting two balls over that, or two hands over that ball as you're coming through the line here.
Well, we have come to the end of 3 quarters, and the Benedictine Bengals with the lead of 17-7. The Chardon Hilltoppers will get the football back, heading in the other direction. And they need a score, and they need one soon. They cannot afford to give the football back to Benedictine again without getting at least a field goal out of this.
Yeah, they definitely are reaching the point where they got to get some points out of every possession.
As long as we've got a couple minutes, we may as well tell you that, as many of you know, the Count on Me campaign began in earnest just a year ago, January. Though there's been a tremendous amount accomplished thus far, there are still major challenges ahead. New pledges are still needed. For those who have pledged, we would ask, if you haven't sent in your first installment, that you do so at this time. If you're able to accelerate or increase your participation now, and you've seen what a fantastic community facility this will be, please do so. There is still a tremendous amount of work to do. We appreciate your support thus far and encourage you to help as much as you can. Can we count on you? Please send your pledge in installments to Post Office Box 798, Chardon. Well, it is coming down in buckets again, folks, and we begin the 4th quarter. Chardon with the football. It's a 2nd down and 7. Neal, the right side, bounces up the middle, gets stood up at the line, falls forward. He'll be just shy of the first down. Needed to get to the 46-yard line, and I don't think he got that far. We'll have to see where the spot is.
Yeah, but they still got the down to get it, though. This will only bring up a 3rd down. Yeah. Now he signaled first down on that one.
That little lunge at the end was enough to get him the first down. Chardon comes up to the line of scrimmage on a 1st down and 10 now. Again, Kevin Neal remains in the backfield. He has 5 rushing touchdowns so far this season, including a 77-yarder. Neal, head down, inside the 40, about the 39. Good chunky yardage there, about 7 on that 1st down play.
And holding on to the ball, too, which is, you definitely can't when you get that slippery. See, if he went to the two-handed, holding onto the, can't really tell from there. Hopefully they're closing on that and holding two hands, because as it keeps raining, you can't keep that ball that dry. It's going to get moist just laying there waiting for the center to get on top of it. And it gets a little slick.
2nd down and 4. Neal, the left side. 1st down, then some, up to the 30-yard line. This is exactly what Chardon needs, John. They need to get the ball moving. They need to get in the end zone in a hurry.
He tried to cut it to the right to go outside there, but his feet got tripped up, so he wasn't able to do it. Looks like he might have banged his hand. He's calling for Painter to come in for him. Yeah, he was holding onto the ball with two hands there, protecting it. Good running. Good, smart running.
1st down and 10. The ball spotted just outside the 30-yard line, and Dan Painter is back into the game. That is Housen in motion. Fumbled the ball, and Chardon recovers. That is the 15th fumble of the season for the Chardon Hilltoppers. Unfortunately, they've only lost 10. That would have been number 11, and they certainly didn't want to do that. That was very fortunate.
Not sure. I saw Kevin backpedaling without the ball. I'm not sure exactly what happened on the exchange that time. It didn't look like it ever came out from underneath the center in the least. So I don't know if the center snapped it short or Kevin pulled out too early or what. Really hard to judge from that view.
Well, the ball did not move. It was spotted right where it began, so it's a 2nd down and 10, and that could have been a death blow right there.
Yeah, that could have been a big-time herder. They were lucky to fall back on that one.
Dan Painter remains as a single setback. This time they give it to Housen coming across. Housen tries to get around the corner, breaks a tackle, and is finally brought down by Jason Anderson, but not after a 6-yard penalty, and a flag goes down.
I think we might have a personal foul of some kind there, because it was thrown after the play was completed. They kind of threw it, so I don't know if there was, I didn't see any physical things, so somebody might have got just a little mouthy there.
We had a dead ball foul and it's unsportsmanlike conduct against the Benedictine Bengals. So that will cost them 15 yards on top of that.
See if we can get a replay, because I didn't see anything occur on the play itself. So I think it was somebody ran their mouth just a little bit when they really shouldn't have, especially not in a game of this nature. I don't know how he got through those tacklers there. No, there really wasn't anything I saw that was physically showed a physical personal foul.
I see John Housen walking below us here, John, and kind of limping and holding that left ankle, trying to do some springs off of that to see if there's any strength in it.
Well, he's been having the foot problems for the last couple of weeks or so.
Ball at the 14. Flags fly, men jump, and both teams point at each other.
Yeah, when you get down in this zone here, everybody wants to put the finger on the other guy.
Boy, did I put the jinx on us, saying that whole first half is played right in front of us, and then the whole second half is down at the other end. Wish I had that, maybe call the lottery numbers like that.
Well, I'm still thinking about my remiss and not telling you about that spaghetti dinner.
Yep, see that? I'll never let you forget that. 9:38 remains here in the ball game. 17-7, the Bengals lead it. The ball shoved back now to the 18-yard line. Chardon can get a first down if they get it inside the 4. Dan Painter remains a single setback. Housen is the wing on the far side, and Landis is the tight end.
Well, they better think about getting in the end zone, because where clock's going to come into play real soon here.
Painter bashes his way across the left side inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That was some strong running by Painter that time. He had desire on that one. You see somebody else, is that Marsher, I think is.
Matt McCummins was down on the field. Oh, and Marsher is limping
off, yeah. You see here as Painter he ran with desire that time. He wanted to get some yardage.
There is a timeout on the field. I believe that Ray Williams may have thrown a shoe there. And boy, has that got to be uncomfortable, huh?
Oh, yeah, because
take one foot out of that shoe down onto that turf and got to stick that foot
you get a
back
wet
in there.
sock to go right back in that shoe.
Actually, I'm not sure if that was Calvin Kelly or Ray Williams. I couldn't tell if it was 34 or 84, but it's way at the other end of the field. At any rate, we got a 2nd down and 8 for the Hilltoppers. Painter in the backfield. Housen in motion. Painter again left side, head down. Makes his way to the 6-yard line, a couple yards shy of the first down.
That's going to bring out, there's a couple big downs coming here for the Hilltoppers. Again, Painter just lowers his body level there and just drives those feet, trying to keep them, where all they can grab is shoulder pads, and hopefully you keep those feet driving behind it. It makes it tough to bring down.
Maurice White on the tackle. The spot now shoves the ball all the way back to the 8-yard line. So it becomes a 3rd down and about 5, maybe a long 4.
Do you go right here, try to center it a little bit for the field goal attempt? Or?
Nope, they run the quarterback keeper.
Not much there.
Nope. He will find himself with a gain of not much.
And unfortunately, I think by doing that, that took away the angle pretty much. They're so tight, and the angle is going to be bad. It pretty much nullifies the attempt for the field goal.
And a man down on the field.
There
are 7 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in this ball game.
There's 66 McCummins, the center.
He was banged up a play or so before that I mentioned, and something must be flaring up again. When play resumes, it'll be a 4th down and about 5. And Chardon has a decision to make. As you said, John, they've got on this side of the hash mark, they've given themselves quite a tough angle on this field goal. So we'll have to wait and see what they decide to do.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder why, if the field goal was in your game plan, why you didn't run the play to the right and try to center it a little bit better. make an easier angle for your field goal attempt.
Unless they thought that from this distance that long is true from either side. McCummins remains down on the field. Now they're going to help him get up. Give Kyle Long or Josh Long a opportunity to think about this thing.
Well, fortunately, in that case, McCummins isn't the long snapper. He's a center, but he's not the long snapper, so that would have created a problem there if he had turned out to be both the center and the long snapper.
Kevern to hold. Looks like he'll put it down at the about the 14-yard line. Yeah, 14-yard line. We'll call it a 24-yard attempt by Josh Long. Snap is a little high, fumbled. Kevern's going to have to eat it. Looks, fires to Painter at the 1. That should be a first down.
Wow.
Found Dan Painter inside the 5 to the 2, and that is a first down.
That was a big, big improvisation there.
I think they wrote it up that way. Watch this thing again.
No, I don't think. I think they were going to go for it.
And they do call it a first down. I think they're trying to figure out if Painter was actually eligible on that play, where he was lined up on the.
Oh, that's true. If he lines up in a line position, it's not an eligible receiver. You can see we got Jason Suey in at center. McCummins is still on the sideline.
So Painter is the single setback. The ball is spotted at the 2.5-yard line. 7:22 and counting. What a big break for the Toppers there.
Yes.
They hand the ball to Kevern. Nobody moved on the line except the center snapped the ball, and everybody stood still. Kevern maybe moved the stick a foot or two. That was odd, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a little gain ahead as Kevern just kind of dove.
But nobody moved on the line when they snapped the ball. Watch the line. Everybody just stood there. Everybody thought it was on 2. It was on 1. Second down and about 2.5. Painter, left side, didn't get in. Got to about the 1, got about halfway there.
Yeah, got awful close there. Have to see where they move that stake, but we still got 2 downs to get in there, and yeah, we are getting short on time though. It's 6:23 with the clock still running.
Yep, they have eaten
so
up
got to
some
get
time.
those plays in, and defense has got to hold immediately if they do push this in the end zone. It shows we're still on the 1.5 yard line.
It's closer to 2 than 1. So it's third down. Painter again is the single setback. They go right side. Painter touchdown. Dan Painter goes in from 2 yards out. And at the 6:01 mark here in the 4th.
Well,
Chardon has cut into the lead to make it 17-13 and a big extra point coming up.
Would you think at all about going for 2 here, or
No.
just no?
Not me.
Play for the tie, huh?
Then again, I've never coached the game, so no, you got to blast it through. You got a fellow that's hit 22 in a row now.
Yeah.
Notice I didn't say that before he kicked it.
Well, I also was looking, he hasn't attempted a field goal yet this season.
So Dan Painter, his 4th touchdown of the season. He's got touchdowns of 4, 11, 1, and now 2. This is a no doubter.
Well, I'll tell you, they got away with Hausen started just a hair early there. You could see him just pick up, but that wasn't picked up by the referees. But nonetheless, Hilltoppers are right back in it. It's up to the defense now. Defense has to dig in and just settle in, stop them, and stop them fairly quick.
A half a quarter and 1 second to go in the ball game. 17-14. The Benedictine Bengals taking on the Chardon Hilltoppers, and what you got to describe as a pretty good ball game considering the elements are the way they are, John. And you know, it's from a fumble standpoint, Chardon's fumbled it more than 2 times a game when the weather's dry.
Yeah.
And they've done it once tonight. So, I mean, it's not like this weather has caused them to make a multitude of mistakes.
I'll tell you, that was a 19-play drive to go to that 80 yards for the score, and they can't afford to do that again because the time they ate on the clock was
well, they started in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Because remember you said when they got the ball to 20, don't want to make it sound too simple, but they need an 80-yard drive.
Right.
That's exactly what they got. See, I do listen to you, John.
Yeah, but not that many plays, though. Or next time they can't do that many plays. They're going to have to get bigger chunks.
Josh Long to kick. Ray Williams, Calvin Kelly deep. Long's kick sails right at Kelly. And Kelly spins back, being spun right, put the ball on the ground. Chardon recovers. I think Chardon's got the football. They had it at least when they hit the ground. Whether they hung on to it, I don't know.
I don't know who. They're fighting underneath in a pile for the ball.
Bill Sobchak says
he's waving it off. I think he's going to give it back to the Bengals. It looked like McCauley had the angle initially, but I saw him pop up. He had nothing.
Ball. What are they doing? I haven't seen an official make a signal.
They're
the
talking
ball definitely
about
popped loose.
They're talking about if it was ripped away and somebody saw somebody else have it. I'm pretty sure that's what they could. I still haven't seen an official signal.
This isn't good when they're coming to the sideline.
We'll see if we can see anything on the replay. Probably not.
That ball hit the ground quick.
Okay, here's where it should pop out. You see Neal coming, trying to cover. It was Neal at better angle than McCauley. And then you can't tell what happened, but they gave the ball to the Bengals. Somehow the Bengal player came from behind there and came up with the ball.
I called Chardon with the ball because it was surrounded by the Hilltoppers. Straight up the middle they go as Demetrius Watkins. And Watkins picks up a tough yard or two. Well, that livened up the crowd a little bit more than they already were. All timeouts are remaining for both sides. And of course, Benedictine, all they want to do is just pick up first down after first down and not stop this clock at all, as it is a miserable night here, but we've got some great football going on.
They're not stopping. They're not going to take any timeouts or nothing here, and I'm sure you're not going to see the Bengals try to go to the air. They want to eat up as much clock as possible.
Ray Williams bounces outside, spun around and dropped. Kevin Neal on the tackle. No gain or little gain on the play, and that'll bring up a third down and long.
Yeah, this is a good set so far by these Hilltoppers. It's exactly what they have to do. Almost had him in the backfield. Yeah, there was Neal wrapping up from behind. They got to shut him down, and they got to shut him down real quick here and get that ball back, because they obviously showed that they can't seem to get outside for the big plays. Maybe they can bust one inside, but they're going to have to do it through driving, and driving takes time.
Benedictine going to have to hurry. They've wasted a lot of time in that huddle. And as I say that, Ray Williams takes a timeout. So they'll take their first timeout here in the second half. It will be a third down and about 7.5 when play resumes. There's only 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game, but Chardon has gotten themselves back into this thing.
Boy, the crowd sure got into it. There's no question about that.
Yeah, so 17-14 is your score. This
is going to be an interesting call by the Bengals here as to what they're going to do. Obviously, you want to get the first down, but you also don't want to do anything risky where you can possibly put the ball in the air, have it picked off out here, because you definitely don't want the turnover in this area. You want to at least get the length of the punt out of it. So we'll see if they go real conservative here, if they try to open it up and get that first down so they can eat up more clock. We're down to 4:30 left in this ball game of what's been a very good game, and one that the fans are definitely into, especially right now.
Third down and 7.
This is a big play. This is one of those big game plays.
Handoff. Nothing doing up the middle. That's Williams. lost a yard.
I think Painter came blitzing in from the outside linebacker. He just circled around the tackle there and got him in the backfield.
And Chardon is going to take a timeout.
Big play. Watch from the left side here. You'll see Painter coming around. It was Painter right there. Got him in the backfield and made the tackle.
Nate Holy also came in. So they'll take the timeout to make sure that Benedictine doesn't let another 30 or so seconds run off the clock.
Yeah, and
Sam Coyle, big punt ahead for him.
Benedictine didn't even realize there was a timeout. They broke huddle. We're coming to the line to do the play.
If you're the special teams coach of the Chardon Hilltoppers, you can call in just fair catch, be happy to catch it, and give yourself, just concentrate on it?
Pretty much. Yeah, I wouldn't try anything risky like a block or nothing like that. As a matter of fact, I'd say be smart, guys. If there's any doubt at all, back away.
Turn and run.
We don't need a penalty right now to give the ball back to them.
Hayward, McCauley, and Robinson back deep for Chardon. There you see Mr. Hayward standing in this drenching rain. Sam Coyle would love to just blast one the way he did that field goal. But he will be kicking into the wind this time as opposed to against it. And what do we got? Bill Sopchak jumps in.
I'm not sure at all what that was for.
If the ball needed a little wipe down, or so here we go again.
Snap is important too.
It's a good one.
Got a good one.
Almost put his knee down to catch that thing, which would have been a disaster. Hayward cuts his way back up the middle to the 45, and down he goes at the 46. That was dangerously close to putting a knee down by the punter on that reception of the snap.
Boy, that would have been big time break if that had happened. Well, that's what Chardon needs. They need to put together a 54-yard drive. Make it 55. It's
and they've got 4 minutes and 8 seconds to think about it and to get it done with 2 timeouts remaining.
Boy, those timeouts could come in because they really haven't been able to. I think the longest run from scrimmage has been maybe 10 yards at best.
How many pounds do you think those footballs weigh by now? I know they're wiping them down, but that's not doing a whole lot.
Yeah, they still absorb somewhat.
Flags fly as Housen goes in motion. Kevin Neal was the running back this time.
Boy, I tell you don't need an additional 5 yards to go. Somebody on Chardon jumped just a little bit early there. That's definitely not the time where you want to be doing that. You got to have that emotion going, being pumped up to go, but you got to keep it under control and somehow segue that into your advantage where you can play stronger, not make mistakes.
Matt Agnich has checked into the game. You've got Colin Henderson in the backfield next to Neal. And that's who gets the ball. Colin Henderson right up the middle across midfield into Bengal territory to the 48-yard line. Like this guy.
Yep.
I like this guy.
He seems to like wet fields too. Yep. There's something about wet fields that brings out the best in Colin. He's one of those mutters, as they call it in the horse terms. Running, protecting the ball. You see that second hand driving over it.
7.5 yards a carry, John, and he doesn't carry the ball that often. Only 32 times on the season coming in. It's a little over 5 times a ball game. 2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard gain. This time it's Neal across the 45, barrels his way inside the 40 to the 39-yard line, and that's a Hilltopper first down. They move the chains with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go.
I'll tell you, these people that are braving this rain and stuff like that are sure being treated to a well-played ball game, both sides of the ball. All these players are just playing their hearts out there, and they're really giving us some entertainment value.
1st down and 10. Ball just inside the 40-yard line. Again, it's Kevin Neal, the lone setback. He takes the handoff, gets another 5, 6, 7, almost 8 yards now as he bulls his way to the 33-yard line. We'll give him a gain of 7.
Well, I'll tell you, that line is firing off that ball. They created a big lane for Neal to run into. Somebody was there swiping at his ankles, but wasn't able to get enough. But watch the opening that the line gave him here. Look at the size of that hole. There's the ankle grabber, but it was it, and then Neal just put his head down and barreled forward for additional 3 yards.
2nd down and 3. Neal again covers the ball, bounces off a couple of tackers. Looked like a pinball machine there as he's banging off the different tacklers and picks up another 1st down inside the 30 to the 27. Clock is stopped. They move the chains. 2:24 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, we got to get those plays in faster, and break huddle. Use time to your best advantage. That play should be coming in as soon as you realize that's a 1st down. Send in your 1st down play, call it in the huddle, break, and run.
Dan Painter into the game now. Painter, right side, through a huge hole. Keeps his legs turning, and he'll be close to another 1st down. Matter of fact, he's got that 1st down. They're going to move the chains down to the 18-yard line now. Clock is stopped, 2:08 to go.
Wow, we have a ball game. Now that's the way to get a play in. That's the way. Clock's not even started. They got the play called. They're at the line. That's good execution that time.
He just wanted to make sure they got the chain set. Now they'll wind the clock up. 2:06 and counting.
We should have come back to the huddle that time. That was.
Painter is the single setback. Left side this time.
Not
Stood
much
up.
room that time.
Got about 3 down to the 15-yard line.
It gets a little tougher as you get closer and closer. They're calling for a timeout. We got 1:48 left, and what's coming down to being a total thriller here at the end.
Well, they could turn a very miserable night into quite a night if they can pull this thing out and get into the end zone. They don't want to see this thing go into overtime. They want to end it right here during the regulation. Too much can happen in the OT.
What a good ball game. I'll tell you, this first look at this field, but you're going to remember this game, aren't you, Craig?
Oh, yeah.
Because you got a miserable conditions outside, but you got one heck of a ball game being played out there.
What a jewel, though. Just walking, I was parked at the middle school and walked over here late this afternoon, and the lights were already on, and it was kind of like going to the ballpark when you're a kid for the first time. You see the lights on, you see the field, and the turf is just such a unique kind of turf. It looks like regular grass. And
I'll tell you, aren't those lights amazing, though? Yeah. That's like daylight out on that field. Yep. Those are excellent lights.
Talking to some folks again this week and told them I was going to see the first game, and that was one of the things that they mentioned. They said the lighting at the Chardon field is as good as it gets.
Well, the word is it's the second best lit high school field in Ohio. The best being Fawcett Stadium because it's got to cater to NFL standards. But, you know, short of that, this is the best high school lit field in Ohio.
2nd down and a long 8, short 9. Painter is the single setback. Kevern under center. Hausen in motion. And flags fly, and you can't make those kind of mistakes.
No.
At this end of the field, at this time of the ball game.
No, we're definitely in the crunch time here, and no, that's not exactly what you need is premature picking your hand up or whatever the movement was.
So that'll move them back to the 21-yard line. They can get a 1st down inside the 9. So it makes it 2nd down and about 12 or 13. Clock running again. Chardon with 2 timeouts. Benedictine with 2 timeouts. That's who took that last timeout with the Bengals. To stop the clock so they can get the ball back. Up the middle they go. There's my man Henderson. Henderson keeps his legs pumping and is going to be very close to a 1st down.
And they're taking another timeout.
And Kevern's going to call a timeout.
That's Chardon's 2nd. They got 1 left. Wow. Wow, this is a ball game. It's going to go. I don't think we're going to waste any time. This game's going right down to the final seconds.
It's my boy.
Boy, they open a nice lane, but look at the fight he has afterwards. He's not going to go down. He's just weeding forward, trying to run through. More and more Bengals come. He's not going to go down.
3rd down and a yard will await the Hilltoppers with 1:21 to go. The beauty of this is they can take a play or two to get in and get that clock to near a minute. Give the Bengals as little time as possible.
Oh,
but
you don't want to
with that said, though, if you can score on the first play, you do it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trust your defense.
You score
Trust
whatever
your defense.
you don't back off a touchdown. But, yeah, like you're saying.
Oh, stop at the 1. Take a knee.
Yeah, that's a good way to get beat up by your teammates, isn't it?
And run the clock a little bit more.
But I'll tell you, you don't want to give that any time to that Bengals explosive team.
Dan Painter back in the backfield. 3rd down and about 2. Painter inside the 5. 1st down to the 4. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. Minute 17 to go. Are we having any fun yet?
What do you say? 3 1.5-yard plays?
Fred Weiss is
what they'd settle for here?
Fred Weiss is checked into the game for Benedictine. Senior 5'6", 244. Plug a gap. I think that's what they want him to do. And we've got a timeout as Benedictine did not have enough bodies on the field, or they didn't have the correct bodies on the field. And that is a mental mistake.
Actually, it might have been not enough bodies. I saw 2 come in, nobody go out. So I think it's a case they didn't get the right kids on the field. That's, yeah, you don't want to be wasting while one's coming out. So they still were a player short.
So a minute 13 to go. Both teams now down to 1 timeout. That bodes well for Chardon as well, because if they can get into the end zone here, they've cut the time down, plus they've made Benedictine use 2 timeouts on this drive.
Wow, what a ball game.
Yep.
What a ball game.
Well, you won't forget this one too soon, folks, if you're watching this at home or if you're just watching the replay after you sat through it on Friday night. And this is it for Chardon football, at least in the regular season. Hopefully I'll be back to see you in the playoffs like we've been since 1994 there, partner.
Well, this is one of those games, if they can pull it out, this is going to give them a definite leg up on it. And I'm guessing they win 2 out of 3 of their last ones. They're definitely playoff and maybe even home field.
Especially if one of them's South, because South
has got good points. Madison's still got some points. And this game is going to give you points.
1st and goal from the 5. Painter inside the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Chardon! Oh, my!
That's 1:09 left in the game. And Chardon takes the lead. For the first time today, I believe, isn't it?
That is correct, sir. 1 minute, 9 seconds to go.
We have some happy, wet people around us.
Painter with a 5-yard run, his 2nd touchdown of the night. Just watch him blast his way into the end zone.
Not to be denied.
Not at
all. That was smell a goal line the whole way there. Nice job. I'll tell you, the fullbacks have run hard and good for Chardon today, Painter and Neal.
Josh Long continues to be perfect. Minute 9 to go. Chardon takes their first lead of the night, 21-17, and that is a huge extra point as that forces Benedictine to pop it in the end zone. Big time playing by the Toppers.
I don't know, you put the ball in the, they've stopped the kickoffs pretty well tonight, so I guess you don't squib it at this point, right?
I mean, you don't
want to give up any yardage.
Yeah, or you kick it out of bounds and take your chances, let them take it from the 35.
Try to pin them in the corner. Yep. That's a good approach.
But, you know, we saw the St. Ed's game, John, and if it wasn't for some bad mistakes at the end of the first half, Chardon was toe-to-toe with the Eagles that night. And really, I was thinking with 3 minutes to go in the first half, they go into the halftime tied at 7. They're going to get the ball back, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They've got, you know, they're going to make believers.
Pow, right.
And then it was just 2 clutch or unclutch mistakes in the last 3 minutes that totally changed the complexion of that game for the entire second half.
But you got those 2 dangerous guys deep, Williams and Slayton back there, so you definitely you want to pin them in the corner if you can. You don't want to give them any running room. But they have so far done a good job on special teams, haven't allowed the big return. They got to keep it tonight. I'd kick it.
Slayton is back there, as you say, along with Williams. They stand at the 20. Josh Long kicks it right down the middle. Williams steps in front of Slayton. Williams up the middle, all the way to the 35-yard line, and Slayton was looking like that ball was coming right to me, and Williams jumped in front of him. Minute 4 to go. They'll spot it at the 35, so just about the same as kicking it out of bounds. 65 yards ahead of the Bengals and 1:04 to do it with 1 timeout remaining. That's where we stand.
I'm guessing with the timeout situation, they're going to go to the air.
Slayton is the man of choice in the deep spot of that I formation. Watkins remains that up back.
They're playing off. You got the corners playing as deep as the safeties back here as semi prevents.
Hit as he throws, ball's completed.
Nice
Pass
job.
to Calvin Kelly, gain of 5. Keeps him in bounds and keeps the clock a-running.
Good coverage by Tim Coy that time, coming up and dropping them right after reception. You'll give them those 5-yarders in bounds all day long.
2nd down and 5. Again, they throw, this time to the sideline. Pass is completed to Calvin Kelly, who's hit out of bounds
by Tim Coy.
Tim Coy one more time. That will move the chains and, more importantly for the Bengals, stop the clock with 38 seconds to go. One timeout remains.
That's 2 excellent plays by Coy that time. Coming up, recognize as soon as that ball is released in his zone, he closes up to finish it off right then and there. Playing off. They're giving him the short reception, but they don't want to give him the home run ball.
They take Watkins out as they bring in another wide out. Now Slayton is the single setback. Trip receivers to the near side. Throws complete again. Out of bounds goes Kelly. 33 seconds to go. That will be about a yard shy of the 1st down. So it is a 2nd down and about a yard with 33 seconds to go.
I don't know. What do you think? I think I'd pull a linebacker, bring in another defensive back at this point.
Well, he's looking like he's got 3 LBs. He's staying with the 4 defensive backs.
He's going his basic 3 linebackers out there.
2nd down and a yard. Now they've got the fullback back in. Tyus being chased. Pass incomplete. Pass was intended for Slayton, but the rush was on. Dan Painter put the pressure on Tyus, made him get rid of that ball quicker than he needed to, or quicker than he wanted to, I should say. 29 seconds to go.
They don't want anyone to sit down in this game, do they? I think the last 4 minutes, the whole crowd's been standing up. 29 ticks left on that clock. What a ball game. This is what high school football should be about, a game where you just go back and forth at each other.
Calvin Kelly went off the field on the far side, 3rd down and a yard. Play action, Tyus rolls out, looking, fires it, pass is caught. Tariq Good inside the 15 to the 12, the tight end. Brings the ball down.
Keep in mind, it's 21-17, so a field goal is not an option.
And I don't believe he got out of bounds. The chain gang hustling down the far sideline. Bill Sopchak sees the chains are set and winds the clock. 18 seconds and counting. Tyus to throw again. Looking into the corner. Intended for Scales. Incomplete.
Ooh, he had it. He came back for it, had it, and dropped it.
Coy was there. Battles was there. 10 seconds to go. 2nd down in, for all intents and purposes, John, 2nd down and goal.
Yeah.
From the 15-yard line.
I was going to say, it's score or nothing. Clock takes priority over downs.
They're going to have to throw it. They do keep Demetrius Watkins into the game as you watch the replay.
You're watching it come in, into his hands, and he drops it.
2nd down and 10. 2nd and 15 for the touchdown. They go into the corner again.
Touchdown.
Nope, out of bounds.
They call it no catch, out of bounds.
No catch.
Wow.
Did not get a foot in bounds. That pass was intended for Aaron Scales. Let's watch this again. That looked close, huh?
Maybe he had a foot in, but 1 out as well.
Only needs 1, but he may have put 1 out before he caught it.
He was up in the air. They said both feet out, I guess. Couldn't really see from there.
3rd third down and the ball game.
Short of a penalty, this should be the final play of the game.
4 seconds to go. I saw a game last week, a 50-yarder with 4 seconds to go to win a ball game.
Better ball game?
Oh.
I guess we're on our feet.
The crowd is up. Tyus to throw, being chased by Neal. Fires it across the middle. Incomplete. Ball game's over. Chardon has come back to win this ball game. 21-17. How about that one? What a big win for the Chardon Hilltoppers. Jim DePofi with arguably his biggest win of his head coaching career so far. And boy, oh boy, a dejected Benedictine Bengal bench on the far side, but both of these teams played their hearts out.
Oh, no question. Both played well, and you can watch the line there. They appreciate the efforts of the other one as well. You see 75 for Benedictine giving hugs to a lot of Chardon kids. There's good respect on there. That's great to see. That's
hard-hitting
really
ball
good
game.
to see.
And dynamite game, and boy, nice to bring a winner home on GTV, huh? They schedule these tough teams as our broadcast nights, John, and we're able to pull one out tonight. What an outstanding effort. Art Bortnick and his crew from Benedictine played a very good ball game this evening, but just not good enough as the Hilltoppers have done it. It was a couple of Dan Painter touchdowns in the fourth quarter that put them over the top to make it a 21-17 ball game. And that's it. Any final thoughts for you, buddy? Big.
Well,
I mean,
all I want to say is this goes in my top 10 of ball games. It was just excitement all the way, and it wasn't really. We got wet conditions out here and all, but the turnovers pretty much equalized each other. I can't see where the weather really was that much. Two good ball clubs that hopefully both will be into the playoffs. They deserve it because they're quality ball clubs.
All right, well, that's going to wrap things up here from Chardon. Thanks again to our funding communities for this game. They are Chardon Township, Chardon Village, and Hamden Township and Munson Township. There you see the producer of GTV is Super Dave Jevnikar. Mike Simon on the directing tonight. John Lucas and Michael Simon doing the engineering. Those are the dry guys. John Lucas also helping us with the tape. Brian Pastorik with the graphics. John Lucas, this guy's everywhere. He coaches the Cavs and everything. Ben Patch, Emily Jermosevich, and Greg Ross are the cameras, and Bill Hofstetter and Brian Lounsbury on the grips. Those are the guys that got wet tonight. For my partner, John Walsh, I'm Craig Dees saying so long from Memorial Field in Chardon. The final score, once again, the Chardon Hilltoppers 21, the Benedictine Bengals 17. I won't talk to you again until Chardon makes the playoffs, and I hope they do, and hopefully at that point we can be back on the air again. So
hopefully we can be on this field if they can break into the top four.
That's right. Been a pleasure being with you. Have a good night.